I can feel like I'm the man again. I think it's kind of cool, but go ahead.
No, this is a perfect way to start. Oh man,
It's regular old capture, right?
regular shit, man. Oh wait,
Hold on, wait.
chat. It's May 9th, 2025, Friday Night Smackdown. But it's off the hip, baby. The Legends Rock night and only 7 How many dates? Hold on, I'm not letting this fly over the head. They put it on the screen. 26 dates left in 2025. I'm not letting it fly.
It's gotta be less than that because I'm gonna be on close to that.
It was 27 when he posted it.
Has he been on since then? I think he has. We
Yeah,
gotta be at, we gotta be at maybe what
three.
23, maybe 24.
Maybe yeah, because he's been RKO 3 times since he said that.
Oh shit!
Chat, let's get it, man. We going straight into it. You see John Cena on the screen. The last real
Last
champion.
real champion.
Number 17.
Yo,
Oh, wait.
can I just say something real quick?
Go ahead, brother.
Just real quick. Just gonna show my age real quick though. I'm tired of that last real champion shit.
That
Shit, the last real champion? No, it's not. Because it shit reminds me of this movie Arnold Schwarzenegger did back in the day. It's called The Last Action or something. I think it was called like The Last Action Hero or some bullshit like that. That shit's giving me this just goofy ass weird vibes every time I hear that. The last real champion. I don't hear that shit. But go ahead, carry on. Oh.
Cena the Barbarian and shit. Fuck out of here. Like,
Tired of this guy.
I say this though. Like, I really wanted to not like this shit so much, but I kind of enjoy what the work Cena's been doing. I just don't like that. I don't know how to say it, but it just feels the weird Randy Orton being a babyface thing. I'm not getting that dynamic that I thought I would get from Randy Orton between them, but maybe that'll change in the match.
I'm
Brother,
still blaming Dwayne for that.
brother, what is Cena doing?
He's just talking shit that we haven't heard him speak in 20
Like what?
years.
Like what? Really,
Just
like
being-
what?
I mean,
He's got that one.
I'm talking about Cena. I'm talking about Cena in
shit.
like I'm really not. I'm looking at this heel run. It's a oh man, it's gimmicky, bro. It's gimmicky.
It's caca.
Is gimmicky. Him to the point where he demands the mic in his hand. He demands him to announce him as the man. Man, come on, bro. This is all. It's
you seen that? Oh, you ain't see it. Somebody threw something at him. They threw a bottle of Michelob Ultra.
That's what I'm giving him. Back. Again, you want to show the age. That's the time when the real heels was running the shit. You want to start in that mug.
Yeah, bro.
That's funny.
I think what
I
he
just
said
don't
about
like it.
erasing Randy Orton's legacy, his pop's legacy, his grandfather's legacy. Today he kind of flamed Randy Orton's pops. Like, yo, bro, nobody know Bob Orton, bro. I'm like, nah, Cena trying. He
Put some respect on Cowboy Bob's name.
like, I'm like, bro, he's trying to go crazy right now. You feel me? Like, I don't know, man. He's throwing a lot of disrespect, which he's done as a baby face. But it was more so he was always looked at like, oh, he's burying somebody. He's burying the next upcoming.
Yeah.
This is a good, clean. He's not burying nobody, bro. This is what people wanted.
But again, I'll add on that.
I'm one of those people. I've been clamoring this for almost a year now. Age could attest to it.
Yeah. Also, the point I wanted to make is that this is on the fly too, bro.
Yeah.
They came to him with this at Elimination Chamber. We're gonna turn you, or maybe a little bit before that, but maybe this wasn't supposed to be a heel Cena at the end. And Triple
Well,
H,
that
you
much is
know,
obvious because again, Rock comes up with his ideas halfway with a bottle of Terramana and says, "I got it, pal."
yeah, man. So that I give it to Cena for attempting to put this championship on his shoulders once more and do with this story what he can.
I mean, I would have been more okay if the whole announcement of the retirement didn't happen.
Right.
I think that is what really irks me with everything that's going on. Like, I love what's going on just because simply, I'm an Orton fan. I've been saying it for the last year. It's time to, shine some light back on the man. Like, he's still in good health. Like, why waste him? But to do it like this, bro, where it's against a
There's so
Cena
much more.
that has 1 foot in, 1 foot out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of like Orton is gonna be here when Cena leaves. Like, what are
True.
we doing? He's 1 foot in, and you already know how I feel about the whole part timers. I could love you to the death of me. Like, Rock is he's my he's my guy. He's my number one. And I was not happy with the whole coming back part time doing the shit that he did. I hated it, bro. And it's like
Which time?
all the times. I hate part time shit. I don't like it. I hate it. I hated Roman's run with the title because part of it was a part time shit. He wasn't always, but it is what it is. Well, I'm simply saying is we did it again. We have a part timer with the fucking belt.
Yep.
Cena's a part timer, bro.
Well, but look at it this way. At least it's not like Vince and Brock back in the days where we're going to see Brock for 3/4 of the year. This could be worse, but again, with the Randy and Cena stuff, because of their history, and me and actually talked about this, this had the chance to be so much more than what we're getting, and it's like we're getting less than a crumb. It's like we're getting a sniff, and that's all we're gonna get. Like
I
this could have been
Yeah,
these.
right. No, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. If this was no, well, I wish this was something that was on the table sooner, because it would have looked a lot better. But because KO got hurt, pretty much everything they wanted to do that The Rock had us thinking they were going to do didn't happen.
Mhm.
This is the best audible they have in the book, which I'm cool with. It just sucks because there was nothing set up besides the history they have for this. That is it. That's it.
Well, I think it's just, I'm gonna be honest. I love John Cena, but it was very selfish of him to, like you said, announce his retirement, and it looked like by hook or by crook he was gonna get 17 regardless, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
And
US
cool. You
time.
know what? Cool. Fuck it. Cool. You sent him off with it. You know how I would have loved to see it? I think this heel turn was cool. They should have did it sooner. To make it his farewell and then a heel turn all of a sudden is like, it would have this would have been good had it really meant something, bro. We know you leaving, bro.
No,
So
Imagine if we did this, say, 4 or 5 months after Solo takes him out, or maybe even after Austin Theory squashes them. You do it around that time. You let him marinate because again, we see
Dude.
as it is.
Right. Because at that point, that's when he was pretty much labeled as. He got pretty much labeled as a loser. He was losing pretty much for the last like 7-8 years or some shit like that.
Yeah,
at that point, like,
over 5 years.
right. So why not at that moment would have made it happen? But it's just like, again, I love The Rock, but I feel like his interference just it threw a sauce in the pan that niggas wasn't ready for, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine if he's healed before either one of those losses at Mania, and then it builds into what we're getting now with I'm Gonna Ruin Wrestling. It's a whole different vibe at that point.
Definitely, for sure. And again, had you had Randy in the light a little bit sooner, it would look a lot cleaner too. The reason why Randy's still a babyface is because y'all never had him get over his return. If you think about it, they didn't really. He hasn't. You've used him as a let's help people get over guy since he's been back. Since he got back from his back surgery and all that. He's literally been the, hey, let's help push. Robert?
Yeah, I say he's even put over Logan Paul.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, cool, you have him doing that, and then all of a sudden it's, oh, hey. spotlight here. Hey, Randy, are you ready again? Are you nigga? He been ready. I should have been started doing things like this with him. But it is what it is. It just sucks because it's like they're giving us too much. It's a farewell tour. We got to deal with the whole Cena's a heel now. We got to deal with Randy's a baby face, which he is and he isn't, because he's just one of those guys that no matter what he does, he's gonna be loved. So at this point, he's just over. That's it. You know what I mean? And it's like after their feud is over, what happens? Cena goes away. Randy is what? Like
as it's not being advertised, this is the last one-on-one between the two of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They trying to build this like the last time ever kind of deal.
I mean that in itself is dope. You know what I'm saying? It just sucks that this is how they had to do it.
Oh yeah, I'm there with it.
It's like we're just getting it done, just getting over with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like think about it. The last two people in front of Cody and Randy, like Cena really did his best to carry what he can.
Yeah,
Not saying that the other two are like doing a horrible job, but again, they're not bringing nothing outstanding either to the table. Like I wasn't digging that whole Randy Orton trying to tell Cena he should have kids and shit. Like it's like
that kind of blew my. I'm like, come on, bro. Like I get Randy's a different man now, this, that, and the third, but you still gotta kind of keep that character that he's been. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I ain't got this nigga talking kumbaya and all this. Hey man, kids, and come on, man. Like, come on.
What KO you was talking about? I'm still that motherfucker that's gonna kick your head in.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, I don't know. It's like they try to do certain things with Randy. It's like, bro, just let him be him, bro.
Yes.
Like, let him be him.
Like like that kid line and all that. It felt like they told him to go out there and say that shit. Like I couldn't believe in my mind that the Viper, Randy Orton, the Legend Killer, was gonna go out there and talk about kids. Like come on.
Mm-hmm.
And the fashion that he did, like
with like a smile on his face, like a warm-hearted friend,
Right, this is the same Randy that used to run in people's cribs and stuff.
Like, nigga, this is the same Randy that
kissed her. Like, come on.
This is the same Randy a couple of episodes ago. He was trying to stop curb stomp niggas, like punt. He was trying to punt niggas. Like, what we talking about? He's hearing the voices again. The voices telling him, yo, you should be a dad, bro. Bless.
Now, all right, hear me out. If they ever went down that route with Randy again, where he's almost like schizophrenic or multiple personality,
I love it. I love it.
But I feel like they've never wholeheartedly explored that option with him.
I think because of the sponsors that they don't want to go there because they don't want to lose money on them. And it's like, again,
probably hard to do that now.
You're taking away what got him the bread in the first place.
Yeah.
Right.
He was a fucking sociopath, a psychopath, he was a lunatic, loose cannon.
Babyface Randy was always cringe. Whenever he did star jumping jacks and all of that shit after he RKO Mark Henry or some shit.
That was him trolling, bro.
Yeah.
That was him being a troll.
Like
that was him being a troll. That's the funny shit about that. That's him being a troll. So that's literally still him being a heel.
Like
he never really is. He's never has really like he's not a baby face. So that's why like I don't as a Randy Orton fan, bro. Again, did this whole run with him and Cena is just it don't move right just because you got them in the wrong places, bro.
Yes.
You got Orton trying to all of a sudden he's the how do I want to say this? He's the Undertaker of the locker room.
Yeah, you can say he's the leader.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like he's that, and granted, by nature it'll naturally be like that because of how long he's been there. But that's not Orton's stilo, bro.
Or I can't be a tweener like how everybody else is, where they kind of like in between, like Jacob, like he's a real badass. Like I really felt like this version of Orton, they're really trying to make him like real baby face, like
yeah, true baby face, bro. Like he's coming out smiling now. He's coming out like he's stopping, letting everybody sing his music with him, and he's doing all these like baby face things. I fucking
could
hate
blame
it, bro.
for the singing.
What?
We could blame Frank for the singing, and I guess the story broke out that before that happened, when Randy came back, they were going to switch up his song too, and then everyone started singing it, so they decided to let him keep
I'm cool.
voices.
Listen, I'm cool with the singing and all that. I just don't like that they're allowing him to acknowledge it and like enjoy. You know what I'm trying to say? Like enjoy it in a joyous way with a smile on his face. Like, yeah, you guys are singing my song. Oh no, man! Like, what the fuck is that, bro? That's not the Viper. That's not the Viper, bro. You don't get the name the Viper, and then you can't cut promos talking about, you know, pretty much I am the legend killer. I'm gonna have to put a legend down again, and then have him come out with a smile on his face, bro. Like, come on.
Boondocks. That is not gangsta.
Like, come on, man. It's just I don't know. The 1 + 2 is not adding up to 3.
And again, we always talk about, oh, it's a Triple H era. It's time to do this different and that different. And to me,
What I've been saying.
there's nothing different about heel versus babyface.
Right.
Why can't we have a good creative scenario where right now, like you said, Randy Orton should maybe be a heel or a tweener to me. He shouldn't be straight babyface like that.
Yeah.
It just don't sit right. Even the merch though, I'm be honest, like that hoodie don't even look good to me. That navy blue with the like get that shit. I don't know, bro. I like the Viper gear, like
Randy Orton don't belong in no color but black and green.
Yeah, like that's what I know. I know like that olive, white, like the same color of a snake. You know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't give 2 craps to see him in his debut uniform. That shit look ugly as hell.
I'm gonna get my negative remark out the way. If you gonna get a fake Randy Orton, get someone his fucking size. That dude was shorter than Cena.
Oh yeah, so Cap didn't get to see that. So Cena cuts.
Brother, it was brutal.
Yeah. And if you know what's sad, that the crowd really popped for it too, though. Like,
what happened?
There was a fake Randy Orton that came from under the ring, like how Randy been doing the last few weeks.
Right.
Deliver a RKO, and he failed miserably. Cena hit him with the attitude adjustment. Then the real Randy popped up.
That's funny.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, at first I didn't know if I was kind of confused. I was like, did Cena like plant this guy so he could fool the fans and be like, well, I told you Randy wasn't here. But then
that's what I was told before in hindsight.
You know what I'm saying? Like he plotted that scenario out, but then the real Randy came out and then didn't even help the guy who got attacked. So it's like you really
he just laid there.
Yeah, like all right.
I'm cool with that though, but that's real Randy shit, nigga. He ain't worried about nobody else.
Right, I feel that.
I've low key haven't been a fan of this Fellowship Randy that they've been parading around for the last fucking 8 months. The fellowship with him and KO, the fellowship with him and Cody, this whole we're like skipping down fucking Yellow Brick Road. I hated this. I hated all of this shit they've been doing with Randy, bro. Like since when he had all these friends?
Avengers.
Since when he had all these friends?
Nah, I'm there with you. I'm not a big fan of
like
Randy being friendly, especially after they already separated him from RK Bro.
You feel me? Like
and Legacy.
Yep.
And Evolution.
You know what I mean? And then you bring him back on some, you know, like shit's ridiculous, bro.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Out of all people that returned, Randy's has been maybe the weirdest. Like maybe he's here to just put people over at this stage in his career, but I think a lot of people was hoping for that last hurrah upon arrival. Like you think about it,
he's got too much left in the tank for this.
Well, we gotta remember though, it sucks, but CM Punk coming back changed everything too.
It did. It changed his debut. They came back on the same night,
bro. It as much as I love Orton, it trumped his debut, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like Randy Orton coming back after almost 2 years, back back surgery. Oh my god.
And not just
And
for
then
that night,
fucking
for the
CM Punk
landscape of the
comes back. Like,
stories.
come on, bro.
Yeah,
Come
it
on.
changed the landscape for the stories because before CM Punk got injured, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was supposed to go deep in that Royal Rumble, which he already did upon getting injured in the Royal Rumble. But he was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to challenge
Bro,
Steph at
Yep.
WrestleMania.
bro, CM Punk coming back in every aspect changed everything. From
Yeah,
that to him just even coming back in general, because you think about it. Had he not come back, Randy's immediate storyline really is to take out the bloodline.
yeah, it
So,
appeared that way. Yeah,
so what essentially should have happened was Randy should have been aligned with a title shot against Roman.
I, I'll go a little bit further.
But you don't put him in
And
anything that had to do with any of that stuff. You had him in a couple of fights when he got back with the bloodline, and then that was it.
yeah.
He didn't even face Roman, bro.
say
Like,
Punk doesn't come back,
how you
Cody
not
turns still
press?
as Cena.
Like, how you not have him press the leader of the group that destroyed you? Like, it doesn't make sense, bro. And part of it is CM Punk came back, and they were like, "Oh shit, our shiny new toy is back. Oh shit, like we gotta instantly throw him in everything." It's like, damn, bro. They messed up on a lot of shit, bro.
I think we can probably put some of that emphasis on Heyman as well because I was probably the big proponent in why he got as much as he did so soon.
Yeah. I just like, you know, I just hope that once this, Cena thing is, I hope right now as the Cena story thing that they're doing is playing out, they are working for after Cena is gone. Like, don't wait
Oh,
for
you
it
know
to
they're
be
not.
over to then try
Yeah,
to scramble. Like, have this shit already. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I
let's
hate to
have that put
say it,
together.
Cap. I hate to say it, Cap, but let's say if a situation arises where next year Roman Reigns decides it's his last year of next year. I
Oh
mean,
man,
bro, I'm
I
living
feel
in
you.
this.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you because that's possible too. It really is.
like we got a lot of aging superstars that they might get the call a shot here or something close to it. Get a lot of storylines catered to them because it's their last hurrah. You feel? I mean, and rightfully so though, because people kind of shitted on what Vince did with Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin, with Sting and Triple H. Like Vince did
Listen,
mishandle a lot of people at the late end of their careers,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a give and take. It's like 50-50 to me, to be honest. It's like, I don't know.
Listen, I've come to as I got older just realize that business is business, and sometimes when your business comes above all, my nigga, you can't expect those people to have any type of empathy.
Right.
It's
Not
all
everyone
about
shares the same visions.
it's all about their bottom dollar. That's it, man. If you don't fit that mold of whatever it takes for them to get that dollar, then it is what it is. For
Especially in
them, it's
this
never
landscape.
personal.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for everybody else, it just is because, that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Right. And like you saying about money and the business side of it, it makes sense. Look at how much merch Cena got.
Yeah,
It's him and
yeah.
Jay Uso, different shirts every city, different
Hmm.
colors, different. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes the perfect sense why Cena's the one holding the championship right now.
Yeah, of course it does. They're definitely not dumb. You already know we talk about this all the time. Everything's about money now. Cena's always
Right.
been a cash cow for them.
Well, I think it's always been about money, but Vince had a way larger vision, a way larger scope in his
He knew how
mind.
to monopolize the money.
Yeah. And he had a direction that he wanted to go. I really feel like this landscape of WWE don't know the direction. They wait to see the analytics for the direction. Vince ain't
I
give a
mean,
fuck
that's
about analytics.
that's the way the world is now, though, brother. That's the way everything is. Sports is off of analytics now. Everything there's literally analytic departments now because of this, because of that word right
No,
there,
no, think
analytics.
about it. Think about it. Look how much that they missed, or all the money they left on the table. Focus on the analytics.
Yeah.
You missed out on folks like again. Russo's back, but again, he's no longer Russo Day. You had about 8 chances with Otis. At one point, you had something with Drew McIntyre. You had something with LA Knight, and then just went because you're focused on the analytics of everything else.
And I'm gonna be honest. I know that Cap, you're not a big fan of Vince Russo, but if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken,
brother.
I think he has said it too though. Like WWE releases a lot of the superstars, and now this go around they released writers, but why aren't a lot of if the storylines are bad and the characters ain't being curated the right way, you can't always blame the talent. Like they know how to wrestle, right?
Yeah.
They're being given a shit character and then getting released for it. In some cases, and in others, it looked like you're not even given the time to blossom. There's different cases for everybody, but the ones that seem like, okay, what's the reason behind this one?
And
Especially
Steve
the
Rogers
like,
saying the same thing.
yeah.
Unfortunately for that concept, that's everywhere, bro. In every type of
But this is supposed to be the
business.
machine. This is supposed to be the cream of the crop right here. Shit should be perfect here. Like you should know the blueprint by now, especially with the folks that are there, like a Michael Hayes, of Brother Love, of an Abyss, a Petey Williams, a Hurricane. You guys know the bread and butter. Like,
Unfortunately, everything is too different now, bro. For like that bread and butter is just too old. It
but these are the folks in charge of producing the match. But again, these are the folks that are green lighting set bad ideas and supposed to giving guidance. Like AEW has the same problem. That you have too many yes men because they don't want to piss off the boss. They don't want to piss off the talent. Everyone has to be buddy buddy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you get a bunch of blind mice.
Mm,
That's every business. That's how it works.
mm.
In order for your business to flourish, 9 out of 10 times, if you really think about businesses, is not a room with a bunch of dudes that question each other. 9 out of 10 times is one dude that has a bunch of dudes that don't question shit he says.
Hmm.
And right now, it seems like that one dude is spending more of his time in Hollywood than figuring out what's going on. And then when shit's going crazy on the internet, he says, "Oh, I don't run shit. That's Triple H." But when stuff goes well, I'm sure Rod's gonna be the first person to say, "I had this brilliant idea." And he's gonna do the Hogan run, have this wild, far fetched story ready to go.
Whatever the case is, all I know is the pivot after the Cena shit better be it it better be good.
I promise you, that won't even cross anyone's mind until after Survivor Series or right before they do
Well, it
the
better start
Garden at
crossing people's
Christmas.
minds now because 20 something days comes up pretty quick. That's all you
Hmm.
got left.
And they'll say, "Oh, we got 7 more months of the year. We're fine.
Nope.
That's plenty of time."
And he likes to, and the way he likes to keep telling you is every time you see my face, that's the day.
Right.
and me and Ish, we did the math a few times. It's like if you the PLE, that's 12 a year already. Saturday's main event, they're doing about every 2 3 months, so you can add at least 6 more than that. We're at 18 now out of 40, and if you add every Raw SmackDown before then, minus a few Raw SmackDowns, there's your 40 dates right there off the rip.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying so. It's like it's cool. For me as a Randy Orton fan, I'm happy just to see him getting a chance to go after something that means something again. You know what I'm trying to say? But I just don't like the character molding they're trying to do with him right now, bro. It's like, yo, he's the Viper, bro. Like, what's all this kumbaya fucking Care Bear shit y'all got him on, bro?
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm over that, bro. Like, have him be on some real
Well,
Randy Savage shit.
I think the biggest problem that's gonna really solve all of this is when there's a real decisive decision in terms of creative. Like you said, Razor, there's so many hands in the pot. You have writers, you have producers, you
Hmm.
have a Triple H that's gonna step in when he gotta step in. The Rock steps in. I've even talked about this with Razor on the past episode, Cap, where I said, hell, nobody talks about this, but why is Cody sitting at creative? Does he have creative control in his contract? Cena creative control in his contract. Like,
I actually think
No,
I actually think Cody does have a stipulation in his contract when he came back.
think about it. Like, some people touched on it in his Hall of Fame speech. Again, he was invited to sit in the meetings and try to learn from others or try to better yourself. That's not an uncommon practice. But again, for someone with him with as much stuff that went awry, that stuff fell flat or just flat out sucked. If you're learning from all these talking heads and you're still stagnant, are you not paying attention, or is shit worse behind the scenes than we envisioned?
Hmm.
shit is way worse.
That's how it's looking.
And it's the obvious power struggle, and that's what's hurting the business right now. Like, it's too many hands in the pot in the wrong way. It feels like a tug of war with ingredients. You know what's funny, Razor? I said this, and then I heard, I think it was Stevie make the same reference in that release video, and I was like, "Yo, don't it feel like a chef, like one of those chef shows on Netflix when everybody's running to get the ingredients to the
Mhm.
pantry?" And then somebody referenced it on one of these shows also. That's just how it feels, man. It feels like everybody's running to try to get the ingredients, and you knocking things over. You're not even being cautious of the other things. You're knocking over frying pans, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
And they'll just say, as long as it makes money, fuck it.
yeah, man. And
If it can be an overnight trend on Twitter or TikTok, fuck it.
that's just the tip of the iceberg right there. You know what I'm saying? I see you right there, Cap, Razor, chat. Hope everybody's doing well. We're gonna take it to the start.
Zordon, Zordon.
See my name, Slackdown. You see my name. How we feeling about this, y'all? How we feeling about this angle right here? LA Knight, Damian Priest. It really should be Drew McIntyre in here for tomorrow's Fatal Four Way. Backlash is tomorrow. St. Louis Fatal Four Way for the United States Championship. But tonight we had a tag team match: Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu versus Damian Priest and LA Knight. I ain't really like.
I got a quick question. Since since we can't call them bloodline, what do we call them?
Why we can't call them bloodline?
According to everyone, bloodline's dead because Roman and Heyman split.
But I was dying for Jacob to bring the Samoa SWAT team when he was wearing the SWAT vest. I'm dying for that.
Mhm. You could have did that. You could have. I know a lot of them, Zilla, Juicy, and a few other cats call themselves South Pacific Savages. You could have did a play on that.
Yeah. I think it hurts them not having an identity right now. But
I
can
think
I
it hurt,
jump around?
I think it only hurts Solo.
Now I'm gonna be honest though. For me personally, I'm not gonna speak for everybody. Me personally, I feel like Solo has it figured out when he's out there. Jacob is the one freestyling. He's able to because of his in-ring ability. But like mind-wise, Solo's always onto something. He always scheming. You gotta remember, Solo bringing Jacob, right? Like in story, like
He brought the gorillas
yeah, like he's responsible for these monsters that we see now. Like, and he teased, like I
before before Jacob came in the fold. When Rock pulled up and looked at Roman, Jim, and all the folks, Solo said part of the plan.
said. Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll be real with you. I ain't listening to too much of them shits no more, bro. 'Cause I'll be real with you.
I
We
feel that.
spent we spent months with The Rock doing stuff like that and it led up to nothing.
I
Fair
feel
enough.
that. But is it
Like
the Rock's fault or is it us as the people that start like
I
these
think it's The
fan
Rock.
theories?
I think it's The Rock's fault simply because he knows how the fans' minds work, bro. He been in the game for a long time. The man knows how to manipulate the man.
This is what
He's
I'm
my
saying.
favorite. He's
I
my
never,
favorite wrestler, bro. The man knew what he was doing, bro.
bro. But when did they start doing signals like this? I don't remember Austin, Rock, Shawn Michaels. None of these cats were back in the day throwing code signals at us that we supposed to fake catch. This some new
Maybe
shit.
that's our fault for assuming and wanting too much. Because
Yeah,
again,
the fan
we
theories.
with as talented as this roster is, we know how good they can be. So again, some of us may have a higher standard for the product that we're getting, with
But when you
as invested as we choose to be.
but when you know you're the Pied Piper and you play that pipe, you know what the outcome is. You know what you're doing. I'm just simply
Bingo.
saying he knew all of that and all these things he was doing was gonna have people like, what does that mean? Like, what the hell
Yeah,
is that?
that's because people don't understand what's going on. Like me, okay, what happened when The Rock and Cody Roman was in the ring? The Rock was in there with that "Just Bring It" trainer outfit. The next week we see the final boss. The week after that we see the song
Custom
change.
Versace vest.
Yeah, the Versace vest, the song change. So when he did the throat slash, I didn't look at it like, oh my god, who's the. I just looked at it like he did a throat slash. I promise you, bro. I didn't look at it like, oh,
And then folks dug deeper when he looked at Cena. He only did it with 2 fingers instead of 3.
right.
I'll be real with you though. The only thing that really threw me from all of that and really pushed me away from anything that The Rock was trying to do, whatever the hell it was, is that you had him and Cody do some real dope ass promos. You had Cody bleeding. You had all these for you like you did
Little Dick Syndrome.
what happened?
Cody's promo telling Rock he got Little Dick Syndrome. You don't remember that one?
Did all these great things, bro. And what did it lead to though?
The Rock saying his job,
Well,
final boss's job is done.
The Rock
But
telling
that,
him how great for fucking Raw to pop up on Netflix, for Rock to pop up in the middle of the stage and tell Cody how great he is and the champion that we need. And I'm like, what?
you're forgetting everyone's favorite gym when we got the Rumble when he told Rock to go fuck himself.
All these things for what? That's
Just
what I'm.
just, just for the views on social media. That's it.
Streets, I see you out
Nothing
there on
more, nothing
TikTok.
less.
What's the word? You popping in, gang? Pardon me, fellas. I didn't mean to cut y'all wisdom. I tapping in with the
No,
chat
no, you
right
good,
there.
you good, you good. I just want to get past all this fantasy shit already, bro.
Bro, I promise you, I thought after Las Vegas WrestleMania 41, I thought we'd be on regular schedule programming, bro. It feels like we gotta wait yet another year,
Bro, like it really feel like I'm
At
in some
least.
at
like
least.
some fantasy draft shit, bro. Like I'm just watching like some fucking like I'm stuck in the twilight zone of somebody's
We're watching live
2K
gameplay of WWE
WWE gameplay.
2K25 as we
Yeah,
speak.
yeah, yeah. When they hearing what you saying online. Oh, you want to see Tiffy with the belt? Okay, you got Tiffy with the belt. Oh, Tiffy versus Charlotte. We gonna give you that off the rip. Oh,
Oh,
what
we
else
got
you
Nia
want?
Jax coming back. Hey, let's bring her back.
Like, yeah, I mean, you want CM Punk and Roman Reigns to fight over the Wise Men? We got y'all. We gonna just forget everything else with the bloodline and give y'all that.
Okay, so then why haven't we got Brock Lesnar back yet?
You know why?
I'm
Yo,
going to be a
he
smart
come.
ass.
Listen, he come back. That's gonna give me another heart attack because that's gonna be a whole nother throw a whole year storylines out the window. We gotta make a whole new one. Brock is back.
I think I ain't gonna lie. For me, it'll be refreshing at this point because he's the one that could really big bro all everybody. For
Pretty
real, in
much.
my opinion. Yeah.
Pretty
But
much.
let's look this way. Imagine how much fun it'd be to watch Brock Lesnar and Braun Breaker.
Hold on. So does Paul Heyman finally leave when it's all said and done? If Brock is to return, that's who he rides off with into the sunset.
Or why not Brock join Seth, Braun, and him?
I don't remember like Brock Lesnar
Braun
really.
don't play well. Brock don't play well with others. Remember?
Yeah.
It'd
You
be
Even
saw
when
what
again.
happened with Cody
It'd be
after
it'd be a
WrestleMania.
whole new. It'd be a whole new thing though.
but I don't see Brock Lesnar in a faction or aligned with anybody. Like I'm kind of there with Razor. Like
He's too
unless
big on his own.
Unless he decides he want to do something new at his age. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. He is
yeah,
older.
you can never put it past.
He is older. He does talk a lot more now than he ever has. So we could see a
And
whole
in
new Rock.
the words of John Bones Jones, he better get some fuck you money then. That'd be the only way you'll get a maybe out of him.
Yeah.
He
Going back
fucks
to
it, whatever y'all was paying for me for Saudi, I want 5 times that, and I'll think about it.
Yeah.
bro, and I just want to go back to because I feel like we was going a little off, but it's cool though because this is what we do over here off the hip. Like going back to the Solo Jacob stuff. What do we call them? What do they get looked at? Solo teased, yo, we need more soldiers. He later on in the
He's
night after that tag team match, he teased it. Jacob's like, bro, the only play I'm running, they all gonna
Is
get
my
dog
play pretty
walked.
much.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the thing too then. So it's like, what are we waiting for them when it just seems like they're trying to split them up?
And what I don't like about that storyline specifically is that I feel like Jacob's United States title reign and defenses are getting overshadowed by what's going on with Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and LA Knight.
Yeah.
It's like
I
a
mean,
distraction. We should be seeing Jacob running through people, but instead we seeing they basically got a lot of offense tonight on Solo and on Jacob.
which not for nothing,
And they were fighting to see who can beat up Jacob.
which is cool. Because not for nothing, Jacob done smoked all of them.
yep.
He's the champion now.
But he done
So
smoked
this
all
is
of
a
them since he's
weird
been back.
time to do this, in my opinion.
I think it's cool because then it gives Jacob
Silly,
another
bro.
it gives Jacob another thing to look at Solo like, see, bro, this is why I don't need you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I don't need you. Look at me. Look, I'm getting smoked out here in a tag match with you. When
Bro, I
I'm on
think
my yada I mean by myself, nigga,
I
I'm
just marked a
Gucci.
3v1.
Solo. I said it the other day. I think Solo's gonna screw him out of the
I
championship,
think
force
so.
him the
I think
belt.
so. I think so.
I think the whole idea was to give Jacob that WrestleMania moment, give him his first singles belt. We did all of that, and there's other story to tend to
I feel
as
like
far as him and Solo.
they have to find a way for Dolo to insert his dominance on Jacob.
Dolo, yeah.
Well, unless you bring back Tonga Loa or Hikuleo, what do you do?
You have him. You have him take the United States title and not lose it.
Okay, hear me out, Razor. What about
That
this? You know,
go ahead, go ahead, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say this, Cap, because Roman Reigns' brother Lance Anoa'i recently took a photo with these brothers from NXT that
Out the
they,
mud.
yeah, they out the mud, right, from Cali area, right? So imagine if Solo brings up a faction that now they could try to match that energy with Jacob in terms of like that Cali talk. You know, he's
So,
talking yada I mean out the mud.
you think we go back to seeing him as the street champion?
Why not bring him back
Why
to that?
not? Yeah,
Why not?
why not?
Like, not for nothing. I think, and I'm not a fan of them trying to split him and Jacob up. I think that's corny. It's like you brought him up to split them up. I think that's corny as hell. They ain't even been with each other that long type shit. But whatever. But I think in order for them to make sense again, yeah, you would have to bring that Solo back.
They
So
learned
one dude's from Oakland, the other dude is from Maryland.
right. So the Oakland dude is the one that I'm envisioning that can probably talk that lingo with Jacob. You feel me?
They bring back
Mm-hmm.
Solo's old character,
Konima.
bro. I think that shit hits different, bro. Cause now he can look at Jacob like, yo, you forgot who I was, bro. You forgot who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring back that, bro. That'd be ill,
And
bro.
shout out to Damian Priest. I heard on commentary he's gonna get his own name in the Bronx Hall of Fame. He's gonna have like a
Yep.
name out there, Cap. You know how they put his name on the green the avenue signs and stuff. He
What
gonna
block?
have
Do you know? I'm gonna have to
nah,
go
I
check it out.
don't. But I say that to say like shout out to Damian Priest. But I wanted to say like the dynamic that him and Jacob had. I thought it was gonna be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? West Coast, East Coast. but I feel like Damian Priest is holding back a little bit. You know what I mean? Like he ain't bringing out that Bronx. You
Yeah.
feel me? And like I said,
Maybe
that other
you save that for a SummerSlam.
yeah, I mean maybe. But that other Oakland dude, I'd be interested to
Because
see how
remember,
somebody from his city would talk to
SummerSlam.
Jacob.
Reason why I said SummerSlam because SummerSlam's at MetLife.
Yeah, we're going to
Perfect spot to do it.
shit. I ain't going to that shit. I might go to Summer Jam out there, but I ain't
I
going to
was saying
that.
it's a down payment on the car just for an average ticket over there.
And I'll be in the building for Summer Jam if I feel like it. I don't know about that one.
Or shit, see what NXT got going on that weekend.
Oh we.
So
But
had in his pocket for me while you at it.
yeah, I think they need to after this though. Me personally, I would like to see LA Knight maybe move to Raw. I think his time on SmackDown is like it's kind of like it's ran down for me. Like I need to see him fall away from the United States Championship, fall away from any of the people on SmackDown, the Blue Brand, everything, bro. Put that man on Raw. Put him on Raw. You know what I mean? Like
Him
something.
and Seth would be kind of fun to watch in promo segments.
Who got the Intercontinental Championship right now? Dom.
Dom Ryan, yeah.
Look, that'll be nice little sparring session right there. He'll come on, like they got some stuff over, like you said, him Penta, him Dom, but right now this same and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not trying to shit on like LA Knight, but it looks like if I was to drop the belt and I want to elevate that U.S. Championship, Drew McIntyre's the guy I'm looking at, bro.
Easily.
Drew McIntyre, the way, like, bro, I don't know, but again, I feel like if they don't,
Everybody, he got his licks in tonight.
that's what I'm saying, bro. He didn't even have to be in the match. He made a statement. I would be just disappointed if he did all of this hard work, bro, and they don't even allow him to win the U.S. Championship to make a Grand Slam. I didn't even know that he needs that to make a Grand Slam. Everybody wanted Shame, yeah. Everybody wanted Sheamus to win the Grand Slam championship a few months ago.
Honestly, I thought Drew already had it. To be honest,
Me too. I didn't even know. That was news to me.
because the first thing he won was the IC, then he got the tag, then he got the main titles. I could have sworn he got US before he got fired the first time. But again, I've been wrong a few times before.
Man, yeah. So I'm rooting for Drew right there if they're deciding to take it off Jacob. I don't want to see LA Knight become the 4-time United States champion.
So
I'm
so
good.
so we done with Drew going for heavyweight gold?
No.
Say you could send him to Raw and he could just smoke Jay. Because again, the way he sees it, anyone with the bloodline is always going to be on site.
I just think Drew needs some momentum, right? Like he sees the open, okay, Randy's
Wouldn't mind seeing Drew versus Gunther again on Raw.
which he kind of did touch on that, Cap, when he
Wow.
went out to talk to Jacob. He said that he would have went and scrambled with Cena, but this version of Cena is a coward and he want to fight the best. And Randy Orton already jumped the line like he usually do, so he'll go fight Jacob Fatu. So Drew McIntyre kind of did address that. He would have went for a heavyweight championship, but he wants to fight the best.
Instead, I'm the baddest motherfucker in the locker room.
Yeah.
But that hopefully WWE stays smart with that, because what that does is it keeps the light on those belts too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because
Like,
you're putting names attached to it now, going after it now, not just one mid carder and maybe one name. You know what I mean? No, it's a
who do
bunch
you think
of
about when you think of the United States Championship? Who's the first person you think like who comes to mind?
me
You know,
personally.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Cena. Yeah,
Me too.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you need somebody like it. You don't think of fucking who like I don't even know if Dolph Ziggler had it, but you don't think of a Dolph Ziggler United States Championship.
I
Me
think
and
he did
Razor
have
looked
but
it up. Randy Orton held the United States Championship for like 30 days, bro. Like they mistreated him with that. They had an opportunity. Well, Vince did.
Ain't
You know what
Roman
I'm
have
saying?
it too?
Yep.
hmm
Seth had it too.
Yeah, you need somebody like really that's in stature. Like he can't be fucked with for a minute with this belt, bro. Bobby
Yeah,
Lashley.
because I mean, since they got it from WCW, I don't think it had as much notoriety as the time Cena's had the belt.
Yeah.
That's the only time.
Think about it, that was the first spinner belt we got.
Big Show, JBL, Cena.
Now
Those are the three champions that come
my
to mind at
question
the
is,
era.
who was champion? Who was heavyweight champion when he was running around with the U.S. title?
Brock or Taker,
And Seth Rollins.
maybe Eddie.
Seth Rollins too.
Are we talking the first time or in general?
Well,
First
both.
time.
Yeah, like you know.
Yeah, so so Eddie was champion when Cena won his first title, and then it might have been either JBL or even Brock or Taker at the time,
Yeah, it
and
was
then
JBL
Cena
beat JBL for the first United States one.
because of Cena beat Big Show, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Now,
He beat JBL for the first heavyweight one, I believe.
and that
now
was
for you
during Jake
guys,
run.
and
Yep.
H, I'm gonna ask you first. What made Cena's U.S. title run what it is?
That he gave everybody.
besides it just being Cena.
Okay, so did you watch that match with Gunther and Akira Tozawa? When
No,
like, all right, so basically, long story short, he gave him a look. Good match, whatever. Cena was doing that for people back then. Like when that division was dead, the United States, he was giving that, and Kevin Owens was one of the ones that came up from NXT, and
As
that,
NXT champion.
yeah, that rivalry was beautiful. He lost the shit to Seth. Seth smashed his nose. It was like a lot going on in that time period. Like he put over Seth as a double champion because Seth had the heavyweight belt.
right?
That's when
And he
Seth
went.
defended
Yep.
him 2 nights. He's defended against Cena, lost it to Cena, and then defended the heavyweight against Sting, an injured Sting, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean that was a good. I love that time period of post Attitude Era, like that whole Shield coming up. Cena still in the mix with them right there. Cena cooking Roman Reigns, like that shit was epic. That little time period.
Yeah, I was around a little bit for that when this nigga Cena was cooking fucking Roman on the mic.
Yeah,
And think about it, that's a few years after Once and Twice in a Lifetime, where
Yeah,
we
hmm
thought
that's
he peaked.
crazy, fucking crazy.
yeah, bro.
And again, that's one of the main reasons why people say he's a Mount Rushmore guy. Because again, with the resume that he has, the moments he's had, not a lot of folks have anything that thick.
How we feeling about this is the wrong graphic. I don't have the right graphic up, but Zelina Vega and Piper Nivens.
For
Zelina had
what?
a
For the title,
surprise.
right?
Yeah, but there was a little tag team match tonight. Piper Nivens and Chelsea Green versus Zelina and a surprise.
That is, excuse me, that is Chelsea Green featuring the head of her secret service. Put some respect on her title.
Chelsea Green is like she's always evolving.
I fuck
You
with her. She's dope. She's
yeah,
dope for WWE, bro. They should never let that woman go, bro. Seriously, she's dope. Like I love her in ring. I love her gimmick work, bro. She's
It's like a
dope, bro.
throwback style to again. I know folks like to show on the Divas there, but again, they had some moments in that time. We got Trish Stratus, Lita. For a cup of coffee, we had Mickey James, Gail Kim.
This might go over some people's heads, bro, because they don't understand how dope he actually is. But bro, she gives me Miz vibes, bro.
yeah.
Like she's good at everything you ask her to do. Period.
And what's crazy is she's actually one of the more underrated women's wrestlers in the world.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like they don't even understand, bro. Like,
Watch her stuff in TNA
bro,
and
listen, I watched the Wrestle
Lucha
Penta.
Underground.
That's all I needed to see after that,
You
bro.
saw
That was
the
it.
Lucha Underground match?
Bro, that's all I needed to see, bro. I'm like, listen, the fact that they don't even have her do 98% of the shit that she did in that match,
It was wild.
they losing out big time. Sorry, not sorry, bro. No idea, bro. They losing out so
Also,
bad.
speaking of that, you know what other current female talent also had a match with Penta and Lucha Underground? Io Sky.
I watched part of that one. I didn't finish watching that one, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not an EO
Mhm.
fan for some
That
reason.
that one's just as entertaining. Don't you worry.
But back to the original thing. Honestly, bro, I like it for Piper. I think it's great that she finally gets a shot at something. Like I think she's dope. Like she's one of the bigger women in the female division that y'all could use. That it's believable. She's
She
and
can
she can
go.
move. It's not like she's just big. Like I'm sorry, I like Naya, but she moves way better than Naya, bro.
Is it bad that I want to see Zelina drop the belt already?
I don't think so. I mean, she's.
Now,
I don't think she moves.
no,
She don't move the needle for me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like she's too much of She's too much of a face. Like I think she's. Someone sound like an asshole for saying this, bro. They've used her in such a bad way that she's almost like a mascot, bro. I don't see her like really out there wrestling, showcasing what she actually could do anymore.
Right.
Like,
you think she's more like a valet or manager type person?
yes, that's yes. So it's like here with the belt was great, like but it's like where where's it going? Like it is there's nothing there for me. There's no substance. There's no nothing. There's no body that you can put her up against. It's so believable. Like wow, like no, like Piper should steamroll her. I'm sorry, Piper should
Yeah.
steamroll her. Like dead ass. Piper should steamroll her, bro. It shouldn't be a back and forth at all. Like they should be using Piper the way they use Naya, bro.
As a killer.
Yes, there's no way in hell you have a lot of these smaller women really competing with Piper, bro. Like, do y'all not see how this woman moves? Are you crazy?
And I think it's fun how they using her right now too. Like
Yes.
there's
I
the
like
room.
yes. Finally. Yes.
Yeah, there's room for her to like have this character even with Chelsea Green and still be a champion. Like
Mm-hmm. Because Chelsea, the good thing about Chelsea that I like is like her characters don't give off, I need the belt, I need the belt, I need the belt. So it's easy to put a person like a Piper who's going after gold and you don't have to worry about her, you know what I'm saying? Like necessarily her character fucking up what's going on because he wants the same thing. Like,
mhm.
I think that's dope. Because a lot of times I'm not a fan of the whole putting people together, then 3 months later, you breaking them up. Like, that's stupid to me. Like, let's like build something there. Like, let that shit work. Chelsea Green is dope because she can work with anybody.
Nah, and even down the road, let's say down the road, like Roy Rumble or something, you want to break them up, right? Like the Piper Nivens have the belt and Chelsea Green sitting there with no gold, and then that's when you bring somebody up from NXT to replace her spot, and Piper Nivens clear babyface popularity risen. Crowd
Mm-hmm.
gonna be behind her. They're already getting behind her. But once
Mm-hmm.
you have Chelsea Green turn on her, kick her out the Hervis, the secret Hervis, the fans is gonna be in outrage. Like it'll be a win-win for everybody.
I think so.
Yeah,
I
bro.
think
So
so.
I mean, I think it was cool that it gave Zelina her moment.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you there. That whole I don't know in 2025, bro. We need to stop with the baby face to the hills come home type shit because you need to have one that's gonna have like I hate to say it, but you gotta have the real through and through promote the machine behind you. You gotta
Right.
have the,
Right.
the say your prayers, the hustle, loyalty, respect.
Like, you know what it would have
You gotta
been
have it.
dope for Selena to get her shine, and they failed miserably when they was doing it for Damian Priest.
Yeah.
They're both Puerto Rican, you dumbasses.
Both from New York.
Hello, like hello, how you not? that was the perfect time to literally double up.
Yeah.
That's that you they would have doubled up big time, and that's when they had the whole Puerto Rico run going on with Bad Bunny too. Like yo, y'all fun with the bag, bro. Like I'm sorry, like y'all really had y'all would have had a double bag on the male side and on the woman's side had you pushed Miss fucking Selena Vega with Damian Priest with the whole Boricua, you know what I'm saying, New York thing, bro. But
The whole delegation.
y'all y'all didn't do that. Instead, you stuck with the LWO. Like no disrespect, but she's not
Look,
Chicana. She's not
at least she
Mexican,
was
bro.
Latin, unlike someone in the faction.
She's not Mexican though, bro.
Yeah, but Joaquin Wild is Filipino.
Damn, look at that. Even worse.
See, at least Selena, she's Latin, at least.
She's just, I just hate that stuff. It just doesn't make sense to me, bro. Like like I said, like you had an opportunity for something there, and then I don't know how nobody thought of it, or maybe they just didn't care. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't pushed enough. But I'm like, yo, how y'all not see that? Yeah, obviously pushing Damian Priest in this whole Bad Bunny thing, Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico. You literally have a Puerto Rican, New York female wrestler right there. Hello.
And you're in Puerto Rico.
How you not find some way to put
But
that together?
I'm not going front though. From my memory serve me correct though, that time period was occupied by Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Tiffy.
No, no, I get that part, but I'm just saying, like, on the
Not that
female,
Bad Bunny
on
time.
the
Tiffany wasn't
on
there
the
yet.
Robin.
When Bad Bunny was there, Tiffany wasn't there yet.
Nah, if you talk about the Damian Priest like slot of time period, like that's all like Rhea Ripley right there.
But I'm talking. I'm covering the time when Bad Bunny was there for a cool minute too.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
she had
in
popularity though.
general. I'm saying
Mhm.
in general, on the female side, you had a Puerto Rican female wrestler from New York that y'all could have some way incorporated that whole Puerto Rican push y'all wanted to put behind Damian Priest. You could have did it on the female side for her. It would have worked the same way.
And her career's always a Puerto Rican flag, so she was already doing it to begin with.
They ain't had these belts then though, if I'm not mistaken. Damian Priest could
Would you honestly have been mad at instead of Rhea versus Liv for 500 times last year if we got Zelina versus Liv Morgan? When, if memory serves, didn't Liv break her arm during her revenge tour?
we did get Zelina mixed into these matches though for the heavyweight belt. She just
Yeah,
lost.
yeah, she just lost.
Yeah, but again, to Cat's point, again, at a time when you're pushing Priest, you could have done the same thing for both, but there was a way you could have built Zelina up on top of that.
That's what I'm saying. And not and you could have did it where she still didn't really intertwine with Damian Priest
Unfortunately,
and them. You know what I'm saying? Could have just used
Because
that
it's
that
her
whole
way.
right,
that
right.
mascot, that's what she became. She became a Puerto Rican mascot where
That's what I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's what happened, bro. Like she got her boobs done. You know what I'm saying? And boom, they just that's what she used as now, bro. She's just a prop.
But look, she got her man back now.
And that's no disrespect to her because she's dope in ring. They just don't use her right.
oh,
Mhm.
I was tight when Vince fired her the first time. You know what I mean? Because she made comments about she supported WWE becoming a union, and there was a bunch of whole other stuff. Vince didn't want streamers, WWE wrestlers streaming.
Because did she just get her SAG shirt around that time she posted that too?
Yep,
A
it
what?
was a lot going on, bro. She had started an OnlyFans page, but she wasn't showing like nudity. She was just like cosplaying on there,
Yeah.
and
She's
But
getting
Vince.
neither
money.
was Mandy Rose.
She was
Yep,
getting money.
yep.
It's Zelina Vega, bro. She was getting money. She's a baddie.
She had that, had her Twitch.
She could have walked around in a baggy ass t shirt and niggas is still paying just to watch that.
Yeah.
Like niggas gotta stop acting like that she gotta be butt naked. No, y'all niggas is thirsty, bro. Y'all watching her in a baggy t shirt, bro, eating a bowl of cereal. Trust me.
No, but my point, yeah, facts. Vince ain't even allowed that, so they fired her, and I was like, nah, that's fucked up.
I
You
mean,
know what
yeah,
I'm
that's what
saying?
happens when you're so used to controlling everything. They when you can't control something, you can control the one thing you can. Is okay. I don't need you no more. Bye.
But before we move on, though, Zelina's tag team partner for tonight's match was Alexa
Quite a
Bliss.
surprise.
Yeah,
Oh, Bliss,
Alexa.
she's back
Yeah, Alexa
Yeah,
Bliss. Yeah.
again. I'm just saying again
yeah.
because she came back. They used her, and then they're like, they didn't use her no more. So I'm like, oh, she's back. Like, so they're using her again.
I thought it
Yeah.
was weird they paired her with Zelina Vega, but they seem to have chemistry. I'm be honest. From the moment they came out, they even hit duo offense on Piper Nivens, where she tried to do the code red on Piper, and
Okay.
Alexa
Uh-huh.
assisted with a kick right there. It looked beautiful to me. It, it,
I'm
it was
interested
it
in stuff
wasn't a,
like
it
that. That's
wasn't a
dope.
crazy match. And what I took away from it was they was keeping folks protected here. Piper Nivens didn't take a pinfall, and
Okay.
and
Bliss wasn't that rusty.
she wasn't the
She
only
was
one.
moving pretty good.
Chelsea Green took the pinfall to the sister Abigail DDT,
She's definitely the
as calls it.
She's
I hate that they
definitely
call
the
the
vet there.
DDT. Just call Sister Abigail.
I know you do. That's why I had to mention it right
Yeah.
there. Shout out to Tess right there.
The whole time I want to slap the dog shit out of him.
Before
But that's not all Bliss did today.
no, it's not. I was just before we get on to the next match, we had Charlotte Flair come out to the ring, and yeah, it doesn't seem like
That was something.
yeah, bro.
What I miss?
I
The
mean,
world hates her guts.
yeah, bro. There's no saving her right now. The only
Well,
thing
again,
that
she
could save
she
her,
shouldn't be a babyface.
the
Tell her
only thing
just
that could
own
have
this
saved
shit.
her,
Become that fucking illest female villain in the world. That's
she
it,
tried.
bro.
Well, it seems like that's what she was
Come
kind of
out,
fed up about today,
bro. Come out
and
next week in all black. All black. None of that fancy, glimmery, pink, bright, red, bright. No, all black. You're not
diamond
gonna
out
come out with your
everything.
jewels. You wanna come out with your jewels because you are Ric Flair's daughter, cool. But you come out with some like all leather, some shit on some like
Just
cool
bring the
ass
gold.
buckle and shit. And
Just
that's
bring the
it.
gold. That's it.
That's it. And that's it, bro. Fuck you keep trying to be something you're not. You're not a baby face. That's it, bro. You're a fucking Flair, bro. Do you not understand your last name? Your last name spews heel.
Well,
Heel.
again,
You're
maybe
not
it's
meant
not
to
her
be a
creative.
fucking face, bro. It is like own it, shorty. That's it. Stop crying about it. In fact, it should make you even want to be more of a fucking heel.
But again, maybe the direction is she's got to be the babyface. She just came back from an injury.
You
People should
can't
be happy she's back, and
you can't be what
ain't
you're
working.
not. You can't be what you're not.
And maybe Bruce Pritchard hasn't realized that it ain't
Can a
working.
can a turtle be fast? No.
But can a rabbit go bald? Yes.
So what? So what?
Gotcha. But I was surprised that this was basically the intermission before the match that followed it. But we did get an interesting follow up.
What was that?
HD, who did she make eye contact with upon exiting said ring? Stays right.
Jade Cargill. Now, I'd expected a bigger pop for this moment.
Eye.
I'm expecting that the fans aren't behind this, and
This was very weird.
they're slowly burning
Almost
off.
almost awkward.
Yeah,
Who?
Charlotte and Jade,
Okay, okay.
they burning the prospect of this already. Like it should have either been a big match. They kind of keep teasing it so much. They have backstage segments, walking by segments, and right now it hurts because Charlotte ain't even at the top of her game. Like that stare down that they had when Jade first appeared on SmackDown, that was climax.
Yeah.
that was pinnacle because we still believed in Charlotte. Right now, it's kind of like no, the fans don't want to see Charlotte at all. Don't matter who it is.
And you know what this kind of reminds me of? Do you recall the time where Shawn Michaels lost his smile and lost his step? I feel like Charlotte's at one of those type of moments right now.
Yeah,
Because again, think about it. She's had quite a lot going on with the surgeries, with her unfortunate divorce,
I know.
and she wants she knows that she can be on top of the game on the roster, but still can't quite get there. And maybe she feels some type of way that maybe she thought she was more prepared for the match with Tiffany when that was what it was. The
Also,
Rumble's one thing, everything else is like,
I've
I
said
would
this too.
have her
Fans gotta
go.
protect it.
I would have her go on some off hinge shit and take the newer titles and start making what's the and just start reasserting her dominance, like almost
well,
starting from
what we talking
scratch
about
type
the
shit.
main titles or the IC and US titles when you say the newer.
I see in the US. I see in the US titles.
What else? What puts the name value on them? And
Hell
again,
yeah.
also that would honestly set up almost like Charlotte and Bailey because Bailey on Chris Van Vliet's show they talked about how she's no longer a Grand Slam champion.
Right.
So that would be a nice little setup for that.
You know what I mean? Like, I think what happened was just the fans, and I'm a fan of Charlotte, didn't want to see her put y'all y'all literally skipped the line when she came back. You skipped the line. Put her right back. You skipped the line, how win wrestle you how win fucking the Royal Rumble, bro. Like you literally the definition of skipping the fucking line, bro. Nobody me again,
Eh,
I didn't want to see her already in the main event fighting for the like no like we got the females we still want to see, bro. Like why not bring her
Well,
back and have her go after one of the newer titles you guys just made, reinsert her fucking dominance.
I mean, the skip line thing would have worked if you'd have kept her as a heel, but having her skip the line and people shitting her winning,
they
and then you
fucked up
try to
with the
have her.
whole they fucked up with the whole tiff thing though, and I'm gonna say they fucked up because simply Tiffany went from being a face to being a heel to trying to make her face when the she's actually a fucking heel. She's actually a heel and she's actually a pretty good heel, bro.
She comes off as a brat.
Which makes a good fucking heel. Always entitled, spoiled little brat. Always makes for a good heel. She's a good fucking heel. Now you got her doing the babyface thing because Charlotte came through, but it
No,
don't
she's
fit
doing it
though.
because she has two catchphrases. It's Tippy Time and Toodles.
She
Right?
was
Those are
she,
fucking heel type shit. Fucking mean toodles, bitch.
she was
Toodles.
baby face. She was
Toodles.
baby face from the time they put her with Nia Jax though. That's what
But
bothered me.
But that made
The
sense
sympathy.
only because remember the one time I think I was talking to you or to my brother and I said I only would like this if it came out that she was on some conniving shit and little by little it started happening. I said, oh shit, look, she's a and I'm like that I like shit like that to see now. That's a heel. That's
Cause she's
perfect.
being a bitch.
Right. She was eating the shit, so to speak, because she was still trying to find a way to get what she wanted, which she eventually did, which was the title. She ended up
Right.
taking what she wanted. Boom, perfect. Y'all just created the perfect heel. First of all, you created a heel off of a heel. Just Naya's a heel. So you literally created a good heel off the back of another heel. Cool. Insert Charlotte Flair. The heel of all fucking heels when it comes to the women. Like, what the hell are y'all doing, bro?
Nah, my thing is too. Why switch with the continuity of NXT? If Tiffy was a heel in NXT, why upon arrival switch her?
Because
I'm
the main roster's audience, for the most part, unfortunately, is big on participation trophies. they like the catchphrases, so therefore, again, to a
Yeah,
degree,
it's the
kind of
easy.
helped with Jey Uso as well.
It's the easy fix. It's like but the smarter thing is to have her as heel. Like you said, she got all tendencies. Everything that was displayed there, she was cozying up to Nia Jax just to take that belt from her.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be honest, the men and women are struggling with heels.
I mean, for God's sake, they took one of the good heels that was becoming a great heel in Rhea, and she turned into one of the ultimate baby faces.
She ain't never gonna get booed
Like
ever again.
she's right now in the era of, even as a heel, she's always gonna be loved. It don't matter what she does now. She hit that level where no matter what she does, Charlotte wish she got the acceptance that Rhea's gonna get the rest of her career.
Yeah,
Folks is a little bit mad at Rhea, but
A little
what I'm
bit.
saying? A little bit. They felt like she was getting too
yes,
many
sir.
opportunities. Brother Streets, what's the word?
But
Hit her with the
she
no
put in
G.
some real work for a while. That's why she
Man,
put
what's
in some
good?
real work, and she carried the women's division for a little while. Between her and Bianca, she carried.
And
She
just
did.
like what Liv did last year.
What's good, baby?
I mean,
I don't know.
and Charlotte carried the whole division for about 10 years. No
Yeah,
funny.
but
For a whole 10 years. So we just hype over what people doing for 1 year now. Which
no.
is great. I love it. I'm a big
Unfortunately,
fan.
we live in the time of what have you done for me lately.
Yeah.
A lot of people, don't give Charlotte the. I love Charlotte, bro, but a lot of people don't give her the flowers she's rightly deserved, bro. They feel she was given a lot of the shit that she
Like
got.
folks forget that she put on a classic in NXT. Her versus Natalia. Ric Flair at her corner. Bret Hart at Natalia's corner. I mean, I digress. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad.
Or again,
My bad.
maybe
That was just
maybe,
NXT. My bad.
but she did have the early awkwardness of facing Rhea at the start of the pandemic. That definitely put a halt on a lot of things.
Listen, I just feel all that she has going on right now.
Vince fucked up Rhea with that blonde hair smiling bullshit. She ain't want to do that.
Oh, when she first pulled up, yeah.
But yeah, she ain't want to do that shit. She ain't want to do that shit.
But
She feel way more
Charlotte, bro,
comfortable.
Came in on at the Mae
I
Young
feel like
Classic.
all Charlotte got to do now is
Listen to her documentaries. Listen to her documentaries and interviews, bro. She feel way more comfortable with tattoos.
hell
Maybe she
yeah,
wants
hell
Boots
yeah,
That's
and
what I'm
hell
saying.
Nancy.
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So
The
whatever
way
she
she
did at the
looks,
Mae Young
the
Classic,
way she
yeah,
looks right now,
that's
that's
irrelevant
her.
to me.
That's
Yeah.
her. That whole blonde hair shit, she hated
Right.
that shit.
Right. So that shit is like out. That shit out. But I don't know. Charlotte, everybody flopping on her, bro, and it's cause a position she ain't put herself in, bro. Unless she got creative control, I don't know about. Be
She
mad
Yeah,
at
just needs to. She just needs to go on an angry rampage and
Yeah,
just start busting everybody's ass, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. She
That's
came
it.
back at a time where people were not really feeling like people skipping the line, like The Rock.
Forget the
He
belt.
was skipping the line to try to come and fight
Forget the
Cody.
belt,
They
and
wasn't
just
feeling
go
that.
around busting ass. That's
Even
it.
with Cena, he skipped the line, but people really ain't really feeling it. It's like you get to take your time off and then skip the line and come in and kind of just
okay.
but also you can't really fault her for the division elevating themselves in her absence.
yeah, you can, but you can't skip past the people that's been putting in work and carrying the company on their back while you've been gone in your absence.
I mean, Becky did it to Bianca at SummerSlam in Vegas.
Yeah. Like I said, I just think we're getting into an era where the fans are kind of like, that's old. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's corny. You can take as much time as you want off. Yeah, you put your time in, but start with these guys. They build their legacy. And you doing that kind of just pumps their legacy. Like what HD said, Jacob Fatu, he's been working, but having him fight the same people he's been beating is kind of like you're tarnishing his legacy. He should be running through folks. He should be turning them up, but instead he's not. He's kind of got him in a
I
weird
think this
position.
other stuff would have been a little bit different if it was maybe Sam Nia Jax still champion, and I guess she's lapped everybody, and then That's how you maybe incorporate Charlotte as a babyface, something remotely close, or if Rhea is the babyface, you bring her back as a heel, someone that again the story's already there, but it's under easier circumstances for the crowd to ease back into her.
Yeah.
I think I think had they already had a match with Naya and Tiff, and had Tiff lost to Naya, then Charlotte came through, it would have been a better reception for Charlotte, and it would have looked better. But
Hey,
Now,
because, go ahead.
mhm.
true.
No, I was gonna say now in the later part of the SmackDown episode, you see Alexa Bliss have a moment with Charlotte. She says, "Let's talk,"
Tag
and I
team
feel
shit. Let's get it.
you said something about Charlotte wearing all black. I mean, do we see a darker?
That's what I'm saying. It might be time to, you know what, bro? Like, let me tap into what y'all niggas treat me as. That's it. And bro, I think that'll work great, bro. Be grimy, bro. Be flair. Be who you are, bro. Like your pop was one of the grimiest, backstabbing, snake in the grass, conniving. I'm gonna get what I want, take what I want,
That's
how I
the
want
dirtiest
it,
thing
when I
right in
want
the
it, type
game.
person, bro. And I'm gonna do it with a smile on my face while I look you in the eyes. Like, why not, bro? That's it. You're a heel. Tap into that shit. That's it, bro. Fuck all this trying to be. Listen, a lot of queens are depicted as some evil, conniving ass women. You're the queen, right? Be that. That's it. That's it, bro. Tap into that shit, bro. Tap into it.
Yeah, I feel like this is a weird time because I've never seen somebody that been on the roster for so long, especially have such a decorated career, go through something like this. Where it feels like even tonight, she cut a promo and it felt like she was stumbling through the promo, and the crowd wasn't even booing her yet. Like
She's not comfortable in her
she's
skin.
not comfortable right now.
She's
She's
not.
not comfortable, and it's showing.
She's not.
It's a bit
She's,
bizarre to
she's
see.
not recovered from post Rumble.
Yeah, bro. It's weird the weight that like the thought of the fans have. Like I remember the era where like you see talent trucking through. Like people shitted on a lot of these characters, a lot of these characters that Vince, and they still went out there and worked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did what they had to do.
I think also what fucked up Charlotte and this little push they're trying and her return was everything we've dealt with on the men's side for the last year and a half.
Oh yeah.
Like seeing, well, 2 years really, seeing what happened with the whole Cody push where it pushed the Roman and Rock storyline out the window. Like, although the masses wanted the Cody, there was still a lot of people that
Let,
wanted the Rock and Roman fight.
let's just keep it a buck too. Like you saying that, bro. Every belt was under purgatory for better or for worse.
Yes.
Like yo, bro, like you got Gunther with the IC belt for 666 days before he dropped it to Sami
Yeah, that was
Zayn.
crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
You had the Usos with the SmackDown belts for a minute before they went and took the Raw belts, then dropped those to before we got the new
Roman at 13-16.
right. Like, bro, all of the right. There was only one belt after Roman had that, so like all of these belts are under purgatory, bro.
Yep.
Rhea Ripley had that joint for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Like,
And
man,
I
bro.
I think that's why they're trying to spread it around now, trying to get that, come out of purgatory and kind of give other people a chance to shine because that's not really what the move is anymore. What you think that is?
Yeah, I agree with you, and it feels a little bit like somebody in here said a participation trophy. Like, example, look at how quick these titles changed right here. Last year's WrestleMania,
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre beat Seth Rollins in WrestleMania. We forgot because Damian Priest
David
quickly
Priest
cashed
cashed in. Yep.
Boom. A few months later, Gunther beats him. You know what I'm saying? And then a few months later, now we got Jey Uso as the champion. Which there's nothing wrong with that pace, but I felt like the first half of it was the more okay. Y'all just throwing shit because I felt like y'all didn't know what to do with Damian Priest. He had the briefcase for almost a year. You just walking around with false cash-ins. All
I
right,
feel
let's.
like that. Go ahead,
Mm-hmm.
man.
No, I was
I
gonna
felt
say that it felt like that. Yeah.
I feel like I don't know what to do with Gunther now because him versus Pat McAfee, to me, in my opinion, for a pay per view, no.
So HD had an interesting theory on that recently, which this could be how we set up for him and Goldberg at SummerSlam.
Yup. Because
Okay.
Pat McAfee's a football player, so it's like it'll make sense if for whatever reason Goldberg's in attendance or Goldberg's the said man that comes out to help Pat McAfee. Like it can't be Jay right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't be. He ain't got no help.
And as far as driving, Atlanta's only a few hours from St. Louis.
Yeah.
You think so?
I
It is
mean,
possible.
Why Goldberg though?
because they had that whole
Everyone's
that blood.
yeah, and everyone's had Gunther penciled in as Goldberg's last match.
Goldberg versus Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because back at that bad blood pay per view, Gunther had came out to cut a promo, and Goldberg was ringside, and he was basically talking shit to Goldberg.
Okay.
Goldberg hopped over the rail, got in his face.
I think I do remember that.
Yeah.
I think what would be dope. Now this is just off the hip.
Yes, sir.
Imagine Goldberg's son popped out
I mean,
and,
he,
and,
Be
and,
kinda funny.
defend,
he
and
owed
defending his pop because his pop is an older man now. Like, nah, pop, I got this.
Oh, Gunther's a big man.
So was Goldberg's son.
Which one, Gage?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Gage ain't that small, bro.
Yeah, he playing football and shit now. Wasn't he with Wasn't he in Deion Sanders' school?
I think
I'm not
he
sure.
was.
Yeah, I think Goldberg has sent him to play with Deion.
In Colorado, I believe so.
Yeah, he's playing for Colorado now.
Mm-hmm. Cause I heard an interview.
It was his freshman year.
Yeah, Goldberg said him and Deion was teammates, so they cool.
Yeah, for the Falcons. I mean, he got some size, but again, Gunther still towers over him.
I mean, Gunther towers over Goldberg.
I could see that if this is like after his retirement match, I wouldn't want to see no tag team retirement match shit. Like it's either put over
No,
Gunther.
apparently Goldberg and Gunther are both 6'4".
Yeah, but Goldberg's an old man 6'4", so that nigga don't stand 6'4" no more.
Okay, he slides a little bit to the left, but Gage is barely 6 foot. I mean, weight wise, they're probably about the same weight, but still.
Aesthetics matter. That size matters.
But yeah, but as we get back on track,
You're talking
AC,
about
what you
Gage
think
is
about?
six. It says Gage is 6 feet tall,
Yeah,
214 pounds.
yeah, but 6 feet is still short compared to 6'4".
Yeah, but he's not tiny.
But again, weight wise, because again, I'm sure if he's 230, he's probably closer to 245 right about now, which is probably what Guns is at. So weight wise, he probably matches him.
That still be dope.
Or maybe we'll see Gage when Scott Steiner's son debuts.
Hmm.
But Ace, what you think about Jade and Naya?
This
Real
is probably
quick
gonna
though,
be.
we could pivot back to that just real quick. I'm just want to throw it out there. Braun Breaker is 6 feet tall. I'm just saying. Continue.
Yeah.
I think Jade. This is gonna be a hot take. I think she's too big of a superstar for regular matches on SmackDown and Raw.
Who, Jade?
Yeah,
So if anyone's cutting the line, it should be her.
yeah.
Okay.
Because
They may not be as hot as take as you think.
she's just too much of a powerhouse, bro. Like you ain't just see China. I mean, it was a different landscape, but you just ain't see like China's and Beth Phoenix's out there doing the good biddings, like. And then they putting her up against a giant Nia
I
Jax. I'm like,
know Beth Phoenix, yes,
right? You feel me? Like
because Beth was
Beth
booked no
Phoenix,
different than Natalia, except for a couple more women's championships.
shit. She eliminated the Great Khali from the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Beth Phoenix was a powerhouse.
Uh huh.
But again, this is not a Jax. So I'm in favor. I just feel like this is twice already. You have Nia Jax beating Jade. So maybe this is Jade's kryptonite right here. Maybe this is the one that Jade.
My issue with this match was this was subsidiary to what happened outside of the match because also on commentary we had Tiffany Stratton because this was a number one contenders match. And Tiffany ends up getting snaked by Naomi
Hmm.
out the blue. And then
Mhm.
Nia ends up snuffing Jade, and then Nia is now the number one contender for Tiffany Stratton. So we're running that back again.
Is it me or does it seem like they trying to dumb down Jade? I felt like
That's
she was
what
just powerhouse and who
They're
was
definitely
just like,
humanizing her.
and I feel like now, like what having her lose to Tiffy and losing to these people, they're just trying to dumb down how strong she is and try to make her on their level, but she's not on their level. She's so much, further advanced. I feel like, and they don't have anybody that can really keep up with her like that. Maybe Rhea. I
I
feel
will
like
F the whole I will F the whole women's division up and pair up Jade and Nia together and have them just run
yeah,
around destroying everything.
destroying everything. Like who,
Everything.
so it's
Everything.
like,
Naya and Naomi, female bloodline. I need it.
We'll see. It seems like that's what we're teasing.
mhm,
I've been
yeah,
glossing over that the last few weeks.
yeah,
I
yeah.
need that
That
female
They
might
need
be
blood.
what
to, yeah,
that
for
might be the
sure,
moment now.
for sure. They need to go ahead and do that, but they kind of,
I'll be okay with that too.
yeah.
Yeah, because the reason I say that we just seen Jade with Bianca. They was a force. I kind of want them to circle back to Bianca and Jade and like where they friendship at. What's they story? Like what happened there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like don't just make me forget about this and all of a
And move
sudden,
on
oh
from it like it didn't happen. Yeah, like move on from it
yeah.
like, yeah, that's why.
Now I understand Bianca got some broken fingers and all that. I hope she heals up quickly. You know what I mean? But that's what I would. If you're not gonna have Jade competing for the women's championship, that's what I'd like to have her right there back with
Yeah,
Bianca.
for sure. Yeah.
Ah,
I mean, I
this
think that Jade, she deserves it. You know what I'm saying? She's dumb. Everybody knows it too. You can just look at her and see just her physique is just crazy, bro. Her physique is crazy. So
that's what, I don't know if you heard me. I said it was a hot take. I feel like Jade is too big for a regular match on Raw Smackdown, bro.
she
Like
is.
you have
She
her out
really
there,
is.
sure, but not for a match though. Like
She
you
has
have
that
her,
Goldberg vibe, bro.
yes, like
Yeah.
She really has
I
that
think,
Goldberg vibe. Come out, squash, keep it pushing.
yeah. I mean, they keep trying to tease her versus, Charlotte, but I feel like Charlotte will get mocked. I don't think she got it.
Nah, see,
yeah.
now this is where
What
I'll
we
be real with
talking?
you. I
Charlotte
don't
and
think
Jade?
I don't think Charlotte
Yeah.
gets mocked.
You don't think
Nah,
so?
she
Nah.
gonna wrestle with her. She gonna show her, but she just told Charlotte today to go back to the line, get to the back of the line. She trying to
I
Yeah.
get
like that. I like
Yeah.
that. See, stuff
I
like
like
that. I
that
like.
too. I like that too, but
Jade
I feel
sent her
like,
packing.
I don't feel like she's ready. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't think she's
Because
ready
the
for
one
that
thing
part.
about Charlotte is you gotta keep in mind is she's a power wrestler too.
She is.
She's a
She
power
is.
wrestler. She's not out there, no, she's a power wrestler just like Jade is, bro.
And it's in her DNA. So I mean, I can give you that, it's in her DNA. She doing her thing, but
Size wise too, she's not a small female.
Facts.
She's not
true.
small. Like she
No,
stands
she ain't.
she stands
Yeah.
eye to eye with Jade. Like she like
Yeah.
between her, Jade and Nia, they are the giants. Really.
True,
Yeah.
true, true.
and Raquel Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me started on her.
Listen, man, I'm sad what they doing with her. They ain't doing shit with her. But as far as what they got going on with Jade and Charlotte, I don't think that's a walk in the park for Jade at all. In fact, that's a hell of a test for Jade.
And that's a good learning lesson for her too. Again, 'cause you with the top dog.
You in there
Yeah,
with the top dog that's just as big as you are. So it's not like you're gonna be
yeah.
in there throwing her around the way you do, to 90% of the roster.
Right.
It's gonna be, all right, let's see you
But
work.
it's also a Charlotte Flair coming off of an injury and a fresh, healthy young Jade. It matters.
No, Jay's coming off of getting her ass whooped too. You forgot?
I mean, yeah, but
She's coming off an
she's
injury
still
too.
new. She's still new in comparison to how many injuries Charlotte's probably had. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie. Charlotte's injury is just bad. Like the shit she coming
Hmm.
off with, kept up on the bench for 2 years. She tore everything in her knee, damn near.
Yeah. But she Gucci. She was a bodybuilder for a little while after.
Yeah.
Yeah, but each time she's coming back from something, she's gotten smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like she was shook, like HD said, she was stumbling over her words. So that she was let
Yeah,
me clear
yeah,
my
that's
throat.
them bars wasn't clean.
Right.
Yeah, they get the bars out clean today. And
Right.
you know what's even crazier? She ain't get no heckling from the crowd. There wasn't no outstanding boos to
Nope.
cause that.
They
She
wasn't
just
feeling
really
her.
like, yeah, she not in
Because
her
for the first
zone.
time, she was playing on with the heel side, and they're like, "Yeah, that's what we want to hear."
Yeah, man. I mean, and it seemed like that's where the promo's supposed to go. They got the Tiffany
Mhm.
stuff up on the screen. Like, I don't
Yep.
understand what's the confusion, what's the like hesitation. Like, she's not pulling the trigger right now. Cap said it earlier. You need to be the queen, Charlotte Flair. Right now, this is like
Yeah.
the alpha woman, Charlotte. I don't know what it is. This is like Soho fashionista Charlotte Flair we seeing right now. Facts, like she trying to be on a magazine cover or
Yeah,
something.
bro.
Facts.
Nah.
Facts.
Fuck all that Vogue magazine shit, bro.
Yeah, fuck all that. She trying to be like her daddy. She trying to be limousine riding, jet flying. You feel me?
But even her
Yeah,
daddy, even with the
But she
limousine
ain't shot
riding
right now
and
either.
all that, at the very root of it, bro, that man was a
Still
heel.
got the business. Yeah.
And you knew it, bro.
Yeah. But Ric Flair did a good job of keeping himself relevant in everything. You know what I mean?
To this day,
To this day. No.
publicity, publicity.
Look. Ric Flair drip go woo on a bitch. You feel me? He
That's one of
always
my
found a way.
that's one of my favorite songs, nigga.
You hear me?
But bro, like, but that's what makes, for me a wrestler, I feel like she's not
Yeah, give me 1 second.
accepting. She's fighting against nature, bro. Like your dad was the nature boy, Ric Flair, bro. You fighting against nature.
And again,
You were
another
healed.
non-wrestler.
That's it.
I'm in her defense too. I'm gonna be honest. It didn't help that a lot of this time she was fighting through with Ric Flair's gimmick while he was on some bullshit. So
Yeah.
I
Again,
give it to her for doing her shit, and she tried something different. Right now, it didn't work. Get back to that bag.
Facts.
Get back to
I
what you do.
I think if she came back on some the queen is back on some like motherfuckers, it would have been different. I think she still would have got the love she was expecting because people would have been like, oh, she's back. But instead you came back with your arms wide open, expecting everybody to give you hugs and kisses. Like, since when the fuck
Yeah,
we did that to you?
she expected that injury rollout, that endearment, that like what I mean? But like you said, that you always a heel.
Yep.
That's her best work. She's one of those natural healers. Like,
Randy Orton got the love that he got when he came back because of his fucking run with this nigga Riddle.
right. That's where his baby face stuff started to kick in. Cause in that time period, he was a big dickhead.
Yep. Yep. With him and Riddle, my nigga. That's what made him like I guess, so to speak, fan favorite. The only niggas that really liked him were like the real like niggas that really fucked with WWE. But if you didn't, you wasn't really a Randy fan like that because he wasn't like a good guy. You know what I mean?
I think WWE's not giving up on Charlotte being babyface because, like I said, with this backstage segment with her and Alexa Bliss, it looked like they trying to put her next to a fan favorite to get that rub. Get that rub from Alexa Bliss.
That's true too. But that's another female that does great as a heel. Alexa
I feel
Bliss does great as a heel.
I feel like when she's healed though, the fans like her so much that they turn her baby face and fuck up the whole bag anyway.
But who knows, maybe her and the Charlotte, you know what I mean, tap into that. Yo, fuck everybody, bro. They forgot about us. Let's make it happen.
Cap, I'm glad you said that. Now we touched on this earlier. Alexa Bliss wasn't done for the evening.
Right.
Charlotte wasn't trying to do any interviews, or she told Aldis, "I'm going whatever." Aldis saying, "You can't do that. You're a professional." Blah blah blah. Charlotte says the rental door slams. Bliss looks at Charlotte and says, "Let's talk."
Hmm. Telling you that'd be dope. That'd be dope. I like Alexa Bliss. That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
It'd be interesting to see if they keep them as a tag team. Maybe go for tag team goal or like
And
what's
I
there
keep
for
it a
them?
buck with you. This whole notion that putting two people together necessarily makes them a tag team. Like, nah, fuck that. Make one still go after one belt. There's other belts still to go after. You could go after you know what I'm saying? Like this belt
I mean,
type shit. Let's just,
you see
let's
it with
just,
Chelsea Green and Piper Niven right now.
let's just have each other's back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got you, you got me, yo. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, don't necessarily have to make them go after tag team titles. 'Cause I hate when they do that too, because it just it leaves for bland champions.
Yeah,
Like you guys don't really like you guys are good together, but you're not really a tag team. So it's like, you guys got the belt, don't really, you
but
know what I'm saying?
WWE releases their actual women tag teams.
Good. You all right about that?
And trios.
Yeah.
Right. They split them up. They released them.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So why the fuck? Yeah, I've been saying it. Them tag team belts on the main roster don't deserve not that they don't deserve. It don't serve a purpose right now with the landscape. Like you're just taking females out of the singles division, like you just mentioned, putting bedfellows together to make a tag team. But there's now more singles belts. You got the Intercontinental, the Women's United States, but you know, I don't understand it.
And NXT, you got the Women's North American.
Yep.
Hmm.
It's a lot. I mean, I got this picture right here. Montez Ford,
Okay.
Fraxium fresh off NXT. This segment kind of pissed me off a bit.
Why?
Obviously, Fraxium got momentum. Y'all chose to burn this match right here, right now. For what?
Oh, so
They
they
had the
had them
match.
wrestle?
Yeah, and
This
Street
pissed me
Profits
off for
lost.
a couple different reasons.
Who lost?
Street Profits.
I ain't
No, no,
understand it either. Yeah, they lost. They
it gets
lost. Yeah.
worse. It gets worse. Fraction to me came off as the heels because again, Joe Chaz and we were talking about how Tez and Dog is all banged up from the TLC match last week
Mhm.
and, or a few weeks ago, and they're still suffering all that jazz. Active comes out, or both come out saying, "Hey, Shawn Michaels told us we need to take opportunities, boom, boom, boom," and then we get the match. Like he said, we're getting it now.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
kind of
This is
crazy.
yeah. And
Also, why all four of them weren't all black? That's what really pissed me off.
yeah, bro. It just didn't make sense to me. this is something they could have held off on. The match was actually good, and if these guys, the Street Profits, didn't have to sell the injury effects, this match would have been even better. Cause that was the story being told here, which
Okay.
again I feel like it was a story that didn't need to be told. And then later on in the night, we just see DIY attacking them and Motor City Machine Guns. So we getting just
And again, even with the machine guns, they came off as heels to me.
yeah.
Hmm.
Everybody
Well,
saying some slick remarks.
the thing with the Street Profits is they over. They over. They're fan favorites. People love them.
Yep.
Like literally.
Yeah,
They're
And
the babyface team on SmackDown right now.
if you put them between the three groups, they're the more popular team than the other two groups.
and
Motor
they're
City
supposed to
Machine
be
Guns
the
lost.
heels. That's the problem.
What happened? You said what, Razor?
I said, and they're supposed to be the heels, which is the problem. They screwed over DIY and the machine guns. They ended up winning the belts,
But
and then
when people have been wanting for you to do something like that, like we've been waiting for that for that to happen for them.
Right.
So although it's heel activity, it's something that's been we've been waiting.
We put that
that's the
battery in a
for the
back.
coin.
Like, go ahead, do it.
Finally, like take it, bro.
Yeah.
And they did it. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and listen, I'm a fan, bro. Like, I fuck with them hard body. I don't, me personally, say I didn't watch the match, so I'm going off of what's saying, but them losing, I don't think is a good thing.
Oh
That's
no,
stupid to me.
the match was fine, but it's one of those again. This,
But
as Michael Cole was saying back in the day, was this was on some weird bullshit. This came off as Bizarro World. Like Frank's supposed to be the faces, supposed to be the heels, and everything was just backwards. It was opposite
champ,
day in Dayton, Ohio.
champions should not lose to the little brother.
Rookies,
Like,
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm sorry.
new kids on the block.
Like, they should not be
Yeah.
losing that, bro. That doesn't make any sense. Why I make them lose that match? Like, why? Like, what does that do? It don't do
Yeah, it
anything
didn't
for
do
either
nothing.
group. I'm
And
sorry.
then you had them raise their hands like they acknowledged that they was better. Like,
Like, bro,
Right.
yeah,
guess
that shit
what?
was
Like they put
weird.
them over. Right.
Y'all
After
still,
the
Mm-hmm.
match.
y'all still going to NXT next week. Like, what are we talking about? like,
Mm-hmm.
like,
And we got
let
to
it
come
go.
up someday.
Like, just looking at that picture right there, bro. You know me, H. I hate like how like
Look at this
the
picture.
the wrestlers look so different nowadays. Jesus Christ. Look at these guys. Oh my God, we just won $1,000,000.
Screaming.
We just beat the tag team champions.
I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Fuck.
It's like, dude, where's
Man,
my
buddy.
car?
Yeah, you can
Dude.
tell Buddy's high.
And then the hub
Smoking out in the car. He's too happy.
But it's like, again, what does that do though, bro? Like, you just made the champions lose to dudes that are not even on the roster, bro. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
This just makes me feel like they're not that confident in the Street Profits.
Yeah.
They didn't give him the WrestleMania match. You got him losing to Fraxium the next week after they put on the banger TLC match. Things just don't add up to me.
Like, how you not keep them in those type of matches? Like, they're built for those type of matches. They're built for high octane matches, bro.
And they put him in the ring with the right people. Just for what though? What was the purpose of this? There was no payoff
Just,
at this moment.
They should
just
be
to show the shiny
dominating
new toy.
everybody right now. They should be dominating. You should be building. You should be building their aura
They,
around the titles, bro.
but Cap, they got the same problem that Jacob has with the US belt. They already smoked everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they smoked everybody without the titles.
They laid him out without the titles, and they laid him out with the titles.
Nah, they need to go on a title run. Not lose bullshit matches like this, bro. That's stupid. Like these guys are that popular, bro. Really? That you had them? Like, come on, bro. That's dumb to me, bro. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense, bro. You just made them champion, like y'all just said. They just had a banger TLC match, bro. To then this for
Yeah, I
what?
can't get behind this decision right here.
For what? It don't make sense, bro. If anything, you have these. You know how I would have had these motherfuckers fight? Um, um, These two dudes. What's the nigga's name? Berto and what's the other nigga's name?
Angel,
Yep.
Los
I would have.
Garza.
Yep. I would have had them fight them.
I mean, I've been calling for them to have a shot too, though. For real, it was them in the Street Profits.
Well,
Why not? Right?
that may not be the case anymore.
Right,
Word, right?
right. Yeah, cause tonight they are looking like
Berto
the
left. He's
breakup.
upset.
It's Santos.
It's always Santos. Like that's another thing. Like off the hip. I know. What the
Yep.
hell are you doing with that man, bro? Like, how many factions are gonna leave him?
Now you know where they fucked up
Yeah.
at. They took a. You know who was his original teammates? The LWO dudes, Joe Quinn and the other dudes. So it's like,
You
The
took them
Mexican and the
away.
Filipino.
yeah,
Like,
bro.
like, what the hell they doing? His like, it's like, what the hell they doing with him too, bro? Like, he barely wrestles. Like, was he like? He's part manager, part wrestler now. Like, what are y'all doing?
When was the
What are you
last time you
doing?
was Phoenix?
I
What are
be
you doing?
understanding this shit sometimes, bro. Like,
Should be a Spanish draft, you heard, for real, because it's like every time a new Mexican superstar come in, it's like, nah, we're gonna take these two teammates from you. Like, nah, they trying to sway him over, like, you know what I mean? We seen it with the LWO, with the Logado, the guards now, and Andrade looking like he's about to build his own faction. So, we've seen this carousel before.
Unfortunately,
I don't got a picture up for the next match, but Alistair Black and Carmelo Hayes, they went 1-on-1 tonight. Miz had some words backstage. Miz's tone sounded kind of like him and Melo about to go different ways a little. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
real quick,
He
we
gonna
got to think
turn on him or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's go think about the chain.
About
Yeah,
what?
it's dope. The Dre chain.
Drag chain.
Yeah. Oh, that shit was hard. Yeah, and the big ass. I look. As a nigga who likes jewelry,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, you could
I
have
was
fooled me.
on that. I was fucking with it, bro. It's cool. I think it's him being, bringing more flavor to the game and bringing more, culture, bringing more vibes to the
That's
game.
got to be pounds of gold at least.
Yeah, it was nasty. I seen him swinging around when he got up on the rope. He had to hold it. Yeah, I'm gonna
they need to
go
throw that nigga back to NXT, nigga.
hard. You ain't feeling it, huh?
I'm done with Carmelo, bro. I ain't been feeling him since he was the #1 draft pick.
Okay, so
Why
I
not?
always say this: they stripped him. Trick Williams, the ladies, everything that made Carmelo Hayes in NXT, he came up here without that. It's like
Yeah.
You know,
ground
what really
zero.
fucked it up for him
So he came up here
when you
without that.
incorporated LA Knight in that best of seven. Him and Andrade never finished that match because you got something cooking there, and then you pissed it away.
Yeah.
No, but like you said, right? So he came up without all of that, right, H?
Hmm.
So why you still have him running with the Carmelo don't miss type attitude and gimmick?
That's all he knew in NXT.
But
This is my thing though. Like you got all of these people in the comfort zone of NXT building a character. You throw them on the main roster and say, "Yo, you got to do something brand new on the fly." It don't make sense.
I mean, don't necessarily have to be brand new, but I think for me, what irks me is, all right, cool. You had him come in with the swag. I'm the #1 draft pick.
I'm him.
I'm him. I'm that dude. And nothing that he has done since he has stepped foot on the main roster has shown in any capacity that he's that dude. In fact,
He's
it's shown
he's
the
athletic.
opposite.
He's athletic. But
That's it.
let's peel back. Let's
Yeah,
peel
he
back
dumb
the curtain a
athletic.
bit. A lot of these
He's
NXT
dumb
people,
athletic.
NIL deals, bro. It ain't like before where people's coming from the indies. They got this wrestling mind. A lot of these people just picked up. Yo, you look like you'll be great for wrestling, and then it's like left to them to develop that shit, that character. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I'm playing devil's advocate with how the characters are developed now versus how a lot of people had that wrestling mind to want to do that. Some of these people need the guidance.
Facts.
True.
They need that Sean, that Triple H to give them everything they need to, you know what I'm saying? Make they shit fire and dope.
Who co-signs most of them from NXT to WWE main roster?
And
What do you?
Apparently, Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
I was gonna tell that was Shawn
Right.
Michaels.
So they got to go through Shawn Michaels first, right? So Shawn
That's
Michaels.
what Axiom and them said tonight, wasn't it? I was the last thing Shawn Michaels told him.
Pretty much,
He
right?
said Shawn
So
Michaels told him that. Yeah.
you got one of the best characters in WWE history co-signing you moving up, and don't give you any type of anything on like, yo, you might have to like change this up or try. I'm just saying, bro. He's giving me Ricochet if Ricochet knew how to talk on the mic.
You see, he got cooked by Javon Evans this week on Twitter.
And that's
But
another
also,
thing. And that's another thing. I say that, and I say that without like, all right. If I put a scale on the 1 to 10 of me saying he's Ricochet on mic, your mic skills is still a 1 though, bro. I'm just saying. Me saying you're Ricochet with mic skills is not saying much because Ricochet is a -0 on mic skills. Because you be getting toasted on the mic also. So it's like, in all honesty, Braun Breaker, not even the #1 draft pick. Bro, when I tell you he has outshined everything and anything Carmelo could think he wanted to do, bro, it is unbelievable. Send him back. He don't belong up here.
That's tough.
He don't belong up here, bro.
I think he's made a name for himself on SmackDown. Like he's a SmackDown feature. People know who Carmelo Hayes is.
Who he's running with right now?
What?
Who he's running with? Who he's running with right now?
Miz.
Yeah, he's under the learning tree.
Because niggas is looking at him like, so yo, we gotta figure out something, bro. Homie's drowning, bro. Let's throw him a lifeline. Yo, Miz, we need you, bro. We don't know what else to do with this kid. We keep putting him in front of people and it's just not working. Bro, when your very first match out the gate is with Cody Rhodes, bro, and that match was not very good, that's not a good thing, bro. Off rip, he showed like, damn. And I said, yo, even his first match, I didn't like it, bro.
Let's be honest. Cody ain't top shit his own self either.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's definitely not. But as the young man, you are slightly expected to be able to
Keep
carry
up.
in a certain way, and he wasn't able to, bro.
Carmelo just needs to hit another dial, man. He needs to be more aggressive out there.
I told you that he needs to be. I told you that he needs to become more like you're a heel. Let's call it for what it is. You're a heel.
What if you put him and Solo together?
I keep saying it. All these like heels, they need to dive into being a fucking heel, bro.
Yeah.
Like become a pest, my man. Become a pest. Like Logan Paul, what makes him good is he's a fucking pest. He's a pest. That's it. He's annoying. He makes you go. Zzz. He's annoying. Become a pest, my like what are you doing, bro?
I don't know.
And it's like all his pest moments are just like backstage shit. And a lot of times it's him getting punked.
Well, at least he and Ricochet getting slept on TV being called bald.
But I still don't think NXT.
So it could be worse. He ain't getting cut on the internet by everyone either. So again, it could be worse.
He's still King Puma, and his shorty's still Samantha Irvin.
Okay, that's all he got.
Also, I don't
That's,
think
that's
That's all
all
a
he
nigga
got
need
though.
sometimes, bro. What you mean?
That's all I need, baby.
Kelly Jordan.
Listen, I still look at him winning more than what Carmelo Hayes is winning right now. He's not winning shit to me, bro.
Okay, he's got Samantha. That's it. Melo got a full head of hair still.
Yo, chill out with the head shit, my nigga.
Hey, my bad, my bad, my bad.
I got a little bit left, bro. Chill out, chill out, chill out.
Yeah, but you got more than Rick though. That's all that matters.
There
Nah,
you go.
chill. It's all a facade. Nah, but I like his in-ring stuff, bro. I just say, bro, like, I just don't. He needs to tap into being a actual heel, bro. Like, really tap into that shit. Like, all this taking off his glasses, bro. First of all, you're tiny compared to a lot of the dudes you be trying to flex on, bro. It is
Yeah, he's
crazy
super
how small
small
he
compared
actually
to him.
is.
You know what I'm saying? He's small.
He's
Very
I
tiny,
small.
bro.
mean, he tried
But I
wrestling
mean, he
before
can keep
he
up with
got fired.
like HD was just saying. No, I can't lie. He can keep up. He's athletic. You know, he does. He can wrestle really good, but you know,
But
then he
then,
needs to turn up or not. She got to go. You know, I'm
right,
him. But you got to show us why you him. You ain't really. You know, you
and
kind of
that's
claiming
what it
that
is.
title. You
Like, that's
claiming
what
the
it is.
title
Like,
before you kind of really showing us
to
why
say you him and do
you
nothing that shows
him.
that you're
You know
him
what
is
I'm
like
saying?
what
Yeah,
makes you
yeah,
him,
yeah.
bro. Because you're the
Jacob
number one
Fatu
draft pick. That's what
showing
you
he's
kept saying.
him. You know, there's certain people out here like, nah, I'm showing you. Brian Breaker, I'm showing you. Nah, I'm him.
I think
I'm
the
him.
perfect setup
I'm
would have
that
been
one.
him
So
and Braun Breaker just to be, yo, I'm the number one draft pick. I got picked before you. This is why.
yeah. But to have him be, you know, they gotta turn him up, you know. I think
I think
what
he
he gonna
having a
have to
struggle.
do,
Like,
he
He,
gonna have to
he,
whoop the Miz ass.
he's always
He
getting
gonna
beat
have to
up.
beat his ass. Like
he having a tough
he gonna have to
transition.
turn on Miz and like beat Miz
Nah,
up.
he's
And
having a really
everyone would
tough
be okay with
transition,
that.
bro.
Yeah, you know, but I think he gonna have to like really fuck him up though. Like, it can't just be like no whooping his ass. You gonna have to make him bleed or something. You gonna have to put him on the injury reserve. You gotta really hurt him
So,
in
so
the
you're saying
storyline,
to come save him?
huh?
Carmelo needs a
Uh,
TLC type match.
Yeah, he gotta go hard. He gotta like he gotta walk through the fire.
He
He
needs a
ain't been through
TLC
that
type
fire
match,
yet.
bro. He needs a TLC type match, bro. For real,
Yeah.
I'm
for
gonna
real.
be on. It got to be on the main roster though. Going to NXT ain't gonna help because the
Nah,
reason
you're right.
being,
I would love to see him going
Facts.
for the IC or the US title on some like ladder match type shit, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like that'll really showcase Carmelo Hayes.
maybe Money in the Bank.
That that'd be dope. That would be dope.
I know a lot of folks want Drew to
That's
win, but
always a
again, Melo
that,
would be easy odds our favorite.
that's always a good catapult, bro.
I mean, also this would be the first time we actually do something with whoever wins the Andre Memorial, anyways. So again,
That
kill
too.
two birds with one stone.
That too. That too.
Factual.
When's King of the Ring?
they have the
I
match.
supposedly there's no Saudi shows this year.
Uh,
Supposedly,
hmm.
maybe they're doing a restructure because again they want a WrestleMania instead. So that could maybe replace a few shows and shorten that contract because it's WrestleMania.
Right. I was gonna say King of the Ring is always a good accolade to help push, you know what I'm saying, a character too.
Yeah, but I think last year's was like a bastardized version of what it used to be.
Yeah. They need to bring back the King Book days. King Booker.
King Booker.
King Booker.
God.
You also had a King Sheamus, a King Woods, a King Sheamus.
Yeah. Shit, Stone Cold took off King of the Ring.
And then before that, it was the
Boy,
whole day
Austin
tournament on pay-per-view.
316 means I just whipped your ass.
And just think that year was supposed to be Triple H, not Austin.
Yeah, I know, right? But imagine if that wouldn't have happened. I wonder what Stone Cold would be right now. Would he have been like,
I don't think we get him.
obviously the cream's always gonna rise to the top. No, I don't believe that. I think the cream's always gonna rise to the top, but I think that there might have been a different thing. You know what I'm saying?
What else you got, H?
Let me see. We had the Los Gauzes versus Andrade and Ray Phoenix right there.
Which was also the main event of the evening.
Yeah, I seen that one. That was a good match.
I mean, we kind of touched on it. It served the purpose for the breaking up of Los Gauzes. It seemed like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I might have missed this actually. So, early in the show, where when Phoenix and Santos had their little conversation when he got jumped, did Andrade make the save, or was that announced later?
It was announced during the show, like
Okay,
mid.
so I thought I missed something. I was like, wait a minute, like,
Yeah, they did. I mean, again, so I've seen some people like JD enjoy how they stringing along stories throughout the show. I think it's cool when they do it sometimes, like with the major stories. I don't really care to see it and done in this fashion where like the main event is kind of not announced and then something happen like where
Something happens out of the
yeah,
blue.
like know what I mean, like I don't know. I feel like Ray Phoenix too. He ain't got that big like. To me, he ain't got that big impact like how Penta did upon his debut. I feel like, to me, to be honest, this feel a little forced with Ray
it
Phoenix.
doesn't help that Joe Testore is always bringing up the stuff with the Lucha Brothers. So it's like you're just telling us that you don't have anything serious for him, and we're just waiting for the draft when you put them both together.
Yeah, that's what it feel like. Especially if you ain't gonna have Penta taking the belt from Dom. Like,
Yeah.
And again, possible missed opportunity, but jury's out on Phoenix.
But as brothers, they would love to have tag titles in
True.
WWE.
Yeah, true.
For a fact that'll be if they're brothers, bro. Growing up, they talked about
That
that.
matched everything, bro. When you was, wrestling with your brother, you already know what time it is.
Right,
Everybody got that.
right. So
That's why it's cool to see.
although as fans we might not be too happy about it, that's literally probably what they signed up for.
And also, even then, like even outside of WWE, outside AEW, like they were never real life singles guys. Like they've always just been the Lucha Brothers, the Mexicans.
Right.
I mean, yeah, Penta started a little bit earlier, but still, I mean, it doesn't really change anything. Because once Phoenix came in the fold, it was versus history. One of the best tag teams of the last decade. One of the
Yeah.
best in the world.
you know what Ray Phoenix give me vibes of? Just somebody that's waiting to be saved. Dead ass, bro. Like, it's just somebody waiting to be saved, bro. Like, you just see him with somebody different every week. Rey Mysterio, Andrade. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, what it like? I
So
don't know
now,
what.
with Phoenix, what now we saw Penta go through a name change. Like, would it have benefited him more if he had dropped the Ray from his name and just came out as Phoenix?
Yeah.
Because when we see Ray, immediately people just think of Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, and you know how we know Ray is mean in Spanish is king. So yeah, you could drop the king and let King Mysterio, Rey Mysterio, be the king for now, since he's still around.
Cool.
You feel me? Like he could be King Phoenix later. But again, it just feels like you said, we waiting for him and his brother to link up.
Yeah.
Feel like they was looking to capitalize on the same pop that Penta got.
He still got a good pop though.
Yeah, it's there.
But it's always been said his brother's the more famous one.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I ain't, everything was different. Penta debuted on Netflix, cut that promo after.
Mm-hmm.
You know why I felt forced? They try to
The
have Ray
debut
Phoenix.
of Netflix at that.
Yeah. They try to have Ray Phoenix cut the same kind of promo after his match. And I'm like, oh yeah,
It
this
didn't
is
work.
weird.
Yeah, shit
It
ain't
Which
didn't
work.
is
work.
dumb because Ray Phoenix don't carry himself the same way.
Not
Right.
saying that he doesn't. It's just again, it's like it was borderline word for word the same promo.
Mm.
And again, nothing against both because they both meant it, but again, like we
It's
just
like if
heard
you
this.
had the Hardy Boys cut the same promo, it's gonna look totally different.
Yeah,
Just because they just like you can't make
Delete.
they you can't make them do this. Like they're just not the same person, bro. Like Ray Phoenix and Penta, literally, even yeah, they may do some of the same moves, but they wrestle very differently still. Penta's a lot more
yeah, because
physical when he wrestles.
yeah, Penta's a brawler.
Yeah, he's way more
He'll do some
physical, way
hardcore
more
stuff.
aggressive.
Phoenix, he'll fly,
Yep,
but
Ray.
Phoenix he can throw some bombs too. But still, it's like I mean, between if we're comparing brothers, I'd say that because that's the brothers would be Roosh and AW and Dragon Lee here in WWE. Both of them got hands, but as opposed to Penta and Phoenix, Phoenix can fly like he's not as physical. He'd be
Right,
more of a submission guy if anything.
right. But you definitely bring these guys over to put some type of gold around their waist and seeing how they're brothers and being in WWE is a lifelong dream and this, that, and the third. They're definitely going for tag titles, bro.
It's just a matter of time with that.
Yep.
But as far as this image right here, I want to know who the fuck they
Orton,
try to use as the fake Randy.
the fake Randy.
Hold on, let's see. How tall is Miles Osborne?
I wonder who is the thing right now. That's funny.
To me, this shit was so cringe. Like I wanted to enjoy it, but once there was like no real payoff to it, it was just like, yeah.
So I missed this last part. What happened? This is the last part. I seen Cena talking in the ring, and then I had to go help my kids. So what happened?
Fake Randy popped in like real Randy and got attitude adjusted.
Oh
But
wow.
this dude was noticeably shorter than Randy because this dude I think was shorter than Cena.
Yep.
Cena's 6'1", so
What?
this guy had to be this dude had to be like 5'10", 5'11" at best. So there was a noticeable difference, even with him crouched down there. You could tell. This dude was little.
Oh wow.
And even the
Came out there.
tattoos, Randy got full for tattoos. This guy just had a random sleeve.
Plot twist is Gilbert.
I'm screaming.
I saw Gilbert coming out there as Randy Orton.
Man.
Could have been Santino Morella for all we know.
Man.
But Randy got him again.
Did WWE right? That's what I'm about to get to my next point. Did WWE make it that obvious that Cena's gonna win? Like this is 3 weeks in a row where Randy hits Cena with an RKO.
Old habits die hard.
Yeah. At this point, you can almost tell what's gonna happen.
It almost feels that way. Like I don't want to believe it, but and also like okay, they've done a good job at this. No Cody Rhodes. Does he show up
Yeah.
tomorrow? Backlash?
Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes.
Cody, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. No, no Cody tomorrow. Is he,
Cody Rhodes.
Cody sucks eggs.
or is this a test to see how they could do a PLE without Cody, without Roman on the PLE?
Well, I think people already anticipated that Romo was going to be this because Cena was advertised, and then again, you want to give him the limelight because this is one of the final 20 days. But also, I mean, this is a very interesting card because you also have the Fatal 4 for the U.S. belt. You have Dom versus Penta, which again will probably steal the show, in my opinion. And then you got Gunther and Pat McAfee. And also, you have Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. So we're getting 5 matches, I believe, instead of the usual 4.
Yeah, I'm not watching that match. I'm be honest.
Which one?
Lyra and Becky.
Yeah, she kind of good.
Yeah,
Like, I could give a shit less who wins that for real. Becky wins, okay, cool. Lyra wins, whatever.
I. It's a very strange card.
I think it was too quick how they killed that.
Yeah.
Like it was just
Or,
like
or again, you have Bailey and Lara win, and then you snake Bailey on Raw. Then you have Becky pull up on the Raw for Mania, and then we get to this or something.
You know what get me a little upset too? That Becky Lynch comes in do the same shit that Charlotte did, but in less time. Basically, just came in off a hiatus, put herself in the spot, boo boo bap, right?
And the same thing she did with Bianca, basically.
But Becky don't sound like she's like that to me. And then people get mad at Charlotte because she's actually like that. That's the funny thing about everything.
no, well, when you love, you love.
One's a Nepo baby, the other one isn't.
Right?
Yeah,
The other one's an indie darling.
yeah. Which people need to get over that shit too. Like, just because you wasn't shot out of the greatness of somebody's dick, that's not their problem.
They go crazy when Cody calls himself a Nepo baby.
Yeah, like,
Right.
They go crazy when Roman calls himself a Nepo baby, but when Charlotte does, it's always a problem.
yeah.
It's not her fault at a time when, yes, the division was growing. There was a good chunk of time where she was levels above everyone else. That's not her issue.
She wasn't selected as the people's one. That's what it was too. She wasn't the people's one.
Nope.
And
Everybody just wanted
who'd you pay to
Tasha,
be? Who'd you pay? Oscar, Sasha Banks,
Alexa Bliss, and
Bailey.
too. Yeah. Yeah, people wanted them other girls to be at the top and be like how Charlotte is with all of them accolades and stuff, which they deserve it
But,
too. I think it
but
is.
again, there's talent, there's market value,
Yep.
Right. But how do you do
and
that
again, like
when she's still better? When she's clearly better than all of them.
yeah, I said there's levels of the game. If someone comes out top of the class, again, that's not a fault of her that she's just better. It's not her fault that it took them 10 years to find a Rhea Ripley, a Nia Jax, a Raquel Rodriguez, a Bianca Belair. That's not her fault.
Right. Natalia came out wearing the Heart Foundation shit. She ain't get all of that.
Facts.
And
I
Natalia
think
is great. I love
I think in
Natalia.
her situation, there was always that again. If the Hart family is still going to be salty over Owen, and if Brett's never going to truly forgive me, then the rest of the family ain't getting shit.
I can see that.
Because again, think about it. David Hart Smith, the son of the British Bulldog, he's still wrestling out there. Why is he not WWE right now?
They was gonna bring her back to NXT. Then something happened. I don't know what happened.
Now, and that if he was able to stay out of trouble, you have Teddy Hart. You have the son of Dynamite Kid, who's Chris on AEW. You got the Von Erich brothers, like people that have that ties to history, legendary careers, legendary names, legendary families. Why are they not WWE?
Hmm.
Man,
Like
again,
Arn Anderson's kids, where are they
Charlotte
at?
got it. Charlotte got it at a good time too. Timing is everything.
That too.
Time and opportunity, baby.
Nobody mad at Randy Orton.
Nope. They was, but not no more.
Nah, I mean not for being like blessed into wrestling through family. Nobody mad at that.
Or then some folks are mad that because they him, WWE created the wheat tax.
Cena kind of touched on that in his promo today.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Yeah, he was like Randy Orton had everything given to him. He had to work hard.
Yeah, but he's not saying nothing that nobody don't know already. If you know Randy's story, they
Right.
got documentaries already, unfortunately, out there that talk about
On the
all
good, the
that.
bad, and the
Talk about
ugly.
how selfish he was, how reckless he was, how crazy he was, how just stupid in general he was. Like, nigga, we know all
But
that shit.
that's what the wrestling business was though. Still like everybody kept it in the family. Why everybody acting like that's brand new?
Yep.
They could go watch the Young Rock
Because
and
they
see
wish
that.
it was them. Because they wish it was them.
Exactly,
That's
exactly.
what it is. They hate and they wish it was them.
You know what I heard Nelly say today in the song, and it was an old song. He said, "People talk about my album. It's usually the same ones that flopped."
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
Got a little irony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. It just don't make sense,
Same
bro.
ones who ain't in that position always gonna hate because they
Yeah,
want it, you
bro.
know.
It's like, yeah, it's an uphill battle, but that's what this business is built on. Like,
But there's a lot of wrestlers who probably had kids who didn't make it because they didn't work hard, as these other wrestlers who put the work in. So it ain't always just about nepotism. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you got it just because. You know, some of these people were born into it and didn't make it because they probably didn't have it like that. You know what I mean? You really got to work for it. So,
Or again, look at this. He dealt with all their bullshit for 20 years, and now we're looking at him as a future Hall of Famer.
thanks.
Right.
it's a different circuit. You can't be mad at the criteria that's set by whatever. Like in the NBA, right? There was years that people could come out of high school, then they changed that rule, then they switched it back. Then you could go to the G. Like what you gonna be mad that? Oh, that year. Well, dang, I missed out on the year. I could have went from high school, bro. Like the work is
Niggas
still
be
there.
mad. That's what it is.
Yeah, the work is.
And now you got to choose between that or ride out from NIL.
Mm-hmm. Right. The NBA went away from big men for a long time. They wanted to play small ball. Like
Yep.
now they back to big men. Like
Big
the
man that can shoot the
criteria
three.
changes. Yeah, bro.
You
Wrestling
got
the
to be
same
able
way.
to
Nobody
adapt.
cares.
You got to be able to be, you know, moldable. You
Yeah,
know,
bro.
a lot of these people ain't.
It's business. Like you said, multiple business. A lot of the indie dudes, they want shit their way. Oh, nah, I'm not winning it. Like I'm not in the story or boo boo. A lot of these other people that you just coming in and making them a star. Like they wasn't go like whatever career they came from, they already done reached the pinnacle. That's why they in that performance center. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Braun Breaker could have played a few years with the Ravens or whatever team he was gonna be, but was he gonna be like household name 99 on Madden? Maybe not. And they go on his way to being 90 something in WWE 2K.
And then you got folks like well, saying that he's better than 80% of the
You
roster.
know, you're something, nigga. Oh
Well,
God.
maybe not in Madden, in WWE
Yeah.
though.
But in WWE, and then I'll be doing them same tackles, nigga. Watch this. Hit stick.
Wow.
Wow.
His own
Wow.
animation, you heard? Not the same animation everybody got, man. He got his own animations in WWE.
Yeah. Facts. He got the most viewed video on YouTube. What was it? The spear, nigga. It went crazy.
The one on Carlito?
Nah, him and Speed at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, that one too, yeah.
The Royal Rumble joint, yeah.
I meant Royal Rumble. Yeah, not WrestleMania. Royal
Yeah,
Rumble.
yeah.
I mean, he's got that one. He's got the one on Ludwig. He's got the one on Carlito.
Mhm.
I'm sure he's got the double one on Carlito and Finn.
Yeah. You got
Which I had the privilege to see in live, which was hilarious. He's got a few of them.
They about to be here on Monday. I'm trying to see what's up. My brother was saying John Cena ain't gonna be there. I'm like, what? After Backlash, you don't think Cena gonna be there? And they said there wasn't one of the dates where Cena was gonna show up. I'm like, oh, that's flag.
That, you know, it's another thing too. In my opinion, just my opinion. If this is, we keep saying the word cinema, it's cinema. Like people gotta understand, bro. Like sometimes the villain is always gonna be there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Spider-Man always gonna have the Green Goblin there fucking with him, or whoever that villain is in that timeline. That big bad. They call it a big bad for a reason. We keep saying cinema. We gotta understand that, but people don't know how to blend their emotions, detach the character from the person.
Yeah.
Ain't no one got no patience.
No patience, bro. You gotta detach the emotion from the character and the real person playing the character. Then things will be so much easier. Cause if you ask me just to put the icing on the cake with the Charlotte shit, then we can just move on to whatever y'all want to talk about and give some predictions for tomorrow. But by all accounts, Charlotte being booed the way she is what's supposed to happen for a heel.
What? Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm not saying you up.
But it's like for whatever reason she's getting negative backlash online while still being booed. So it's kind of like working against her. Like she could do no right now. Not even as a heel, as a baby face. It's fucking crazy.
I'm just curious as to why the creative is determined to let her to want her to be a babyface when again it's never worked.
Right.
Like how many times have they tried now over the years? A lot, and again each time it always just failed miserably.
Maybe this is some elaborate scheme to sabotage her shit.
I don't know.
But I mean, you said there's 5 matches on tomorrow. I don't know the order. Gunther versus Pat McAfee. That's the first one that come to mind. Who you got? Who y'all got? Gunther, Pat McAfee.
I got
I'm
Pat.
hoping,
Pat.
I'm hoping Pat by way of DQ.
Okay. Two
Pat gonna
Pat.
choke him out.
Oh fuck. You got a decisive victory going on.
Yep. He's gonna lose the
Okay.
same way he lost to Jay. Watch.
Okay.
That's gonna be his new Achilles heel.
I would like that if they really make that a thing. I didn't like it with Jay, but now going forward, if it becomes a thing, I would. Okay, it made sense.
Do we see a return of Ludwig?
What
If
happened
they
with
don't
him?
go right,
Did he get hurt?
No, basically, when Gunther won the world title, basically told Ludwig, go out and do your own thing. But he always wanted to be loyal to Gunther.
And that's cool, but what the fuck has he done since? That's what I'm saying.
lose the IC like little race they was in.
Smoked by Braun.
Hmm.
He had a couple good matches with Sheamus. That's probably about it.
But do you bring him? It's like, what do you do with him? Do you still have him trying to please Gunther, or do you now have him trying to show up Gunther?
Show him
Well,
up,
That's what I would do.
but
I'm
let
gonna
this shit play
be
out
fuck up
over
with it.
weeks. Let this shit play out over weeks, though.
Right, right. Don't just do it. Boom.
Right? You make it seem like Ludwig came to help him, but that's the piece right there, nigga. I had to help you.
Right.
To Pat McAfee. To Pat.
Yep. You're not the Queen General.
Yeah, like
The old you that'd have been not even a snack.
that got some layers right there, Cap. I'm with that.
You know what I mean? And that'd be a cool feud. Really, no title involved, none of that, nothing.
Nah, yeah, you keep Gunther away from. They've been talking about, oh, he held the 80% of the championship his
Yeah.
time. This is the way you get him away from that scene.
And build this nigga character up, because he is a good, like, I fuck with Ludwig. I like his in ring. He's nice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's
I
another
fuck.
throwback, yeah.
What happened?
He's a throwback, just like Gunther. Like they
Yep.
give me vibes of '90s superstars,
Yep.
like
There's a lot you could go with his
'80s.
character too.
Yeah.
And what better way to build up his character than with Gunther? And niggas love to break up people, right? Wait, there you go. They pretty much broke them up already. Now we're gonna have him as his lapdog, always trying to please him all the time. Nah, nigga.
Or maybe they rehired Giovanni Vinci. I don't fucking know.
And do what?
Again, give Gunther another lapdog, time for him to beat up on again.
But do we need to see him with that again?
Well, again, those are the boys that got him to the dance the first time, and again, he ultimately walked away from what got him there. So it could work. But how soon before you give up on it?
So now we building the story that Gunther needs people. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the hell are they gonna do?
I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of how they built Roman the Bloodline for 5 years on the
Listen,
low.
don't get me started with Mr. Part Time, okay?
But again, very similarity.
Yeah, but
Dominic
I think they
versus.
built Gunther up in a different light. He came up in a different light than Roman did, though. He came up already on some like he was one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? Like he came in fucking rocking and rolling and doing all type of crazy
Well
shit.
It's
respected.
true.
Yeah.
Right. He came in with prestige already, bro. Roman, that nigga literally had to get it in the mud. and let me rephrase that. They all do. We had to literally see Roman get it from the mud,
And in dog food.
because not a lot of wrestlers get their whole career pretty much displayed from rock bottom to the top the way he did.
I mean, we saw glimpses with Cena, we saw glimpses with Brock and Hogan in years past.
Who else we got on the agenda tomorrow?
Dominic and Penta.
My prediction for match of the night.
I want to say some crazy shit, but I think Dom gonna win. But I think Finn does something in this match. Like I don't just see a one-on-one exhibition. I'll be surprised, but I think Finn plays a hand at trying to fuck up Dom, but it doesn't work. Possibly, like
If you don't start this program now,
right.
like because this has been going on for what almost a year now between them two.
Yeah,
If you don't start this now, it's like you're gonna ruin both of them.
Yeah. Well, I think you ruined more Finn than Dom.
Finn's already like 40 something, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, like he's great for his age, like shape wise, but he's another one that is like I don't know, bro.
Yeah, he's become a manager.
Again, once he had that shoulder surgery, I think they were always like gunshot using him, and then by the time Triple H took over, it's like, yeah, your better days are behind you.
I'm trying to look up his age right now.
It's got to be at least like 44, 45.
43, be 44 in July.
Yeah, because he's like a year or two younger than AJ.
I mean, he probably got another last run in him, but yeah, like the way they dragging his stories out, year long with
I'm
Damian Priest, year long
surprised.
with yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't leave when the Good Brothers left the first time, or when supposedly they were fired because of Heyman. I'm surprised Penn stuck around
For real though.
because he could have gone back to Japan. He could have went to AEW. Would have made a good amount of money in both spots. He already had the legacy in New Japan. Could go there whenever.
For all we know, he's probably happy that he getting paid and not doing too much.
That's true.
Could be.
And you know what I'm saying? It could be that too. But I definitely would like to see him in some type of, you know, title contention for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking Finn Balor, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Finn Balor, my nigga. Like, come on, bro. But it definitely it's on the walls that him and Dom definitely need to have something already, bro. Like it's time. It's time. It is time. Shit, I'll be real with you. I wouldn't be surprised if they break them up and have Dom run his own thing. That'll
Well, 'cause,
really,
yeah, he
that'll,
wants new members in Judgment Day.
right.
That's what it's
That'll
looking like.
finally, I think that'll be the final stage of Dom finally becoming like, his own. You know what I mean? Because he's
Now the
always looked
question
at as
is,
he's always the little brother.
say he does get new members, who do we see joining him?
I see JD going with him.
Well, no, I'm talking about new members.
No, I'm saying off rip though. I see JD going with. Honestly, bro, off rip, I see Finn being left alone.
Same thing, they all boot him out.
It might, it might even be
Cardiff
something like
included.
that. It might even be something like that.
I
Because
see
if you
that.
watch how they all function, Finn is the odd man out.
And Finn's the one saying, you listen to Finn, you win.
hmm And they don't listen to Finn. And remember, that's not cool. You know what I mean? He's pretty much in love with Raquel. Raquel rocks as Liv rocks as Dom rocks, and JD is like Dom's best friend. There you go.
But Finn is his mentor,
Who's?
JD's. That's his sensei right there.
That's cute. Him and Dom are bros, bro. I'm telling you.
Finn brings Jeff Cobb.
What if Dom brings him in? Because like again, the California connection.
Somebody's bringing Jeff Cobb.
According to the dirt sheets, he's been listed as a SmackDown guy, so it may not be Dom. Could be Solo. That'd be interesting. Or it could also be Jacob.
Ooh. Lyra versus Becky. I got Becky, man. Ain't nothing much to talk about, dude. Got
Shortest match on the card.
Yeah, I got Becky.
Does Bailey make a run in? I know. I know. Forget I said it. We'll move along.
This is the one that I really can't call. It could go so many different ways. Drew
What the
McIntyre.
fuck?
Yeah,
Who?
Drew McIntyre for me.
For the U.S. belt. It's Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight versus Damian Priest versus Jacob Fatu.
Damn. I think Jacob retains.
I would love to see Drew win. I think it might end up being Jacob, and whatever Solo's got planned, it's gonna blow up
Mm-hmm.
right in his face, and then that's how we set up Jacob versus Solo.
Okay.
But why do we need a Jacob versus Solo?
Because they've been teasing that for the last 6 months.
Yeah, but what does that do for us, though? Cool. They fight. Whoever wins, what happens now?
Yeah. You either Jacob retains or you put the U.S. belt on Solo, and I'm not saying
So
the match
this
happens
is
guaranteed, but you build up and Jacob gets prepped to either challenge Cena, challenge Cody, maybe go to Raw to challenge Jay if he's still world champion by then.
challenge Cena for what? How much longer you think he's gonna be around?
No, but I'm saying you prep Jacob to get a shot at the big belt.
All right,
Much much
so
like we're getting
you
Braun Breaker
talking
ready now.
so you talking Solo Jacob under the circumstances Jacob still holding the title.
Yes,
Hmm. So he holds the title in this match. How does him and Solo bump heads?
because Solo's going to try to sneak him with something this weekend, and then it's going to blow up in his face. Jacob's going to peep that, and then it's all bad news bears with Solo at that point, and then we just slow burn that. Either for SummerSlam or Survivor Series, whatever. Don't do it right away. Let it marinate. Maybe not this Saturday main event, but the following one in like July, August one, right before SummerSlam.
Okay.
Just give it a couple months. It'll take care of itself. But
Last.
Ellen got to go, and Priest needs a vacation.
Yeah. That's why I'm afraid that they could give it to one of them. I'll go on Drew if they are gonna take it off Jacob.
Drew's the only appropriate one, in my opinion.
Lastly, though, before we wrap up, Cena and Orton. I got
Potentially
Cena.
for the final time.
Orton.
Ooh, you going Orton? Honestly, this could be crazy. We might see a Cody Rhodes heel turn.
If Randy wins, I say yes to that, 1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I can see Cody coming in, accidentally screwing Randy over. And then, like Kat said earlier, Randy starts hearing the voices in his head again. His best friend, his little brother, just cost him a shot at championship number 15. And Randy just goes back into kill mode like, you took this from me, now I gotta fuck you up again. Just like the old days, my foot's gonna be in your ass.
It could make some good content tomorrow, man.
But
I
also,
hope that
there's
really good.
this is one of those PLEs where actually it kind of reminds me of Great Balls of Fire, where like there's chunks that were really good, and then there's the other half that was equally as bad. And Backlash is such a historic pay per view in the WWE era because not only being the fallout from Mania, but some historic programs have culminated at this PLE.
Continue.
So we'll see. Well, I'm saying let's look at one of the more famous ones. The final encounter, Chris Benoit, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, after they had torn the house down at WrestleMania 20 a month before.
They want us to forget about that.
But I'm just saying, but that's one of those again. But I was saying that happened at Backlash, and that's one of those matches where part two was better than part one. And and this is a pay per view that has a lot of stories similar to where again, this is essentially like an epilogue of WrestleMania. We're still getting WrestleMania caliber matches, and this match and maybe the IC match might be the only ones worthy of that. Now, the four way could be as good as it, but again, it could equally be as shit at the same time, given certain circumstances. And then the other matches where again we could probably give two shits about, unfortunately.
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
But it's going to be a very interesting 2.5, 3 hours.
I think you talk about Dom and Penta still in the night. I think it might be Pat McAfee and Gunther, surprisingly.
I'm Dom's been on a hot streak as of late. I'm not betting against that boy right now. Also, I don't know if you heard, but supposedly tomorrow's gonna be a 2 hour pre-show.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching the Knicks game. I don't know about all that. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, they're not catching me out there like that, bro. If that shit happens to come on when, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I'll be watching that Knick game tomorrow for sure. I believe it come on at 3:30 Eastern time.
East Coast time.
Yep. So that's something to watch right there for sure. And then that should flawlessly take me into Backlash.
Unless it goes into overtime, then you're gonna be torn.
We'll be all right. We up 2-0.
Damn. Uh, Dodgers beat the Diamondbacks 14-11. Yankees won 10-2.
It's a lot of offense these days in MLB.
Well, you got Yankees using them damn torpedo bats.
Oh yeah, I love them. I
Cap,
mean,
how do you about the torpedo bats?
They ain't the only ones with the torpedo bats anymore.
I know everybody got them basically.
Yeah, but that's not why. But yeah,
Well, what do you say? They back on the gas.
no, we just got some good hitters going on right now. That's it. We still ain't the best team in the league, so I ain't worried about it.
Let's see. Are they the best team in New York?
Nope, the Mets are. Shut up.
Uh, Again, by the numbers, yes.
That's what matters, right?
oh,
H, you gonna take that from him?
When you look at
I fuck
when
with
you
both.
look at when you look at wins and losses, what matters. Those two columns, right? When you have more in the W than in the L, that's what matters, right? Who has more in the W?
It's a marathon, not a race.
There you go. And if you want to talk about runs, cool. Look at the point differential. Just saying.
Mets and Yankees love to play good on the same days. It'd be rare with it. One do good and the other one do bad.
Hey, man, let it keep rolling.
Well,
Could be another Subway Series. World Series, baby. I haven't had one of those since I was a kid.
like, I in all seriousness,
I'll say you were alive when that happened, huh?
Yeah. I was about 12, 13 years old. Hey.
I think I was 9. What you talk about, the 2000 one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My bad, man.
You all good?
Right, we just wrapped up, gave up our predictions for Backlash tomorrow. You think anything gonna happen tomorrow? Off the hip?
I hope that, I say Jacob Fatu doesn't lose his belt since he just got it 1 month ago at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I think, something's going to happen to where he's going to lose it, though. Like you guys were saying about, Jacob Fatu and Solo. I think that somebody, something's going to happen. And could be. We haven't seen Cody in a minute either, so, could be.
Man, he's chilling. He's on vacation.
But I was going to say that or it'd be crazy to see, Cena lose. But I doubt it, bro.
Yeah, I doubt it too.
Do you think he'll lay down for The Rock at the very end? Because The Rock said he wanted that belt.
I mean, he could just hand it over to him.
Good.
I don't care what the fuck The Rock wants anymore.
Yeah.
He's heartbroken.
Fuck that shit, bro.
Wasted
a whole year of my life, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Right, bro. Talk.
I put on the final ball shirt today. I looked at that shit. I was like, damn.
Right. Final ring.
Yeah.
Cap tore all his posters like an angry teenager.
Ripped the underwear and everything. I had best sheets, threw that shit out, burned them.
Done here. We're done.
Well, John set gone.
But I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate the chat. That's it for today's episode. We in 2 hours 46 WWE Smackdown recap. We gave y'all a little extras too. We gave y'all the breakdown for Backlash tomorrow. So everything go good. We'll be here back tomorrow, giving y'all that recap. Yeah, man. I know what to do.
Wow. Off the what?
Hold on, wait. I think they lost the script. We got some shooters. Off the hip. Chillin'.